Gods, deities, beings of supreme knowledge and wisdom, kindness and wrath. Are they fathers and mothers to mortal beings, ready to love and scold, guide and mould lives? Or are they simply children themselves playing with ant farms? Sheo is no exception. You would be thought incredibly unlucky to catch the attention of this one. Mischievous and tricksy of nature, easily bored, sates his lust for excitement, meddling with the lives of mortal and lesser beings. It is at such a time Sheo brings together 6 strangers to unite them as one party. Now, is this an act of impulse to amuse himself? Or is it an act of greater importance? Will Sheo prove to be a loving father or mother, or simply a child playing with his new toys? My mother Eshrel was an elven druid skilled in herbs and medicines. My father was Jathiah, the human commander of Lord Melchiah's forces. When I was maybe 6 or so, Lord Melchiah tasked them with finding the source of several vicious attacks on local farmers and woodsmen. Rumours spoke of undead roaming the land instead of laying peacefully in their graves. Unfortunately, they never returned. After several months, my mother's people shipped me off to my Uncle Holdor to be raised. Uncle Holdor, unfortunately, knew nothing of elven ways, or even raising daughters. He was too busy training his own sons to become warriors, and I was thrown right in with them. I endured bumps, bruises, and broken bones right along with them all. It was 3 years later when news reached us of my parents' fate. They had been killed and eaten by ghouls. Burning hatred for the undead took root in my heart that day. As I continued to train in the martial arts, I discovered I had a gift for healing, and soon lessons with the local clerics was added along with my other duties. I am Irelia Braveheart, and on the night of my 16th birthday I left my uncle's home and set out on my own to try and do something about the attacks plaguing human and demi-human alike in my own little piece of the world. Conovar, son of Conovar, grew up in the coastal village of Sandhaven. Conovar was used to a life at sea, waking every morning at sun-up to farm the sea with his father in their little fishing skiff. It was at the age of 14 Con and his father were caught in a tragic storm. Con's father was thrown from the vessel, disappearing into the chaos that was the sea rolling in on itself. For 2 days, Conovar battled against the fury of the elements, getting cast out into the vastness of the ocean. Exhausted and near death, the beaten skiff was sighted by a preying vessel. Pirates. Captain Hoik, with admiration to his fighting spirit, took Conovar into his crew of buccaneers, giving him his crew name, Storm Rider. 5 years of merriment and scandalous behaviour, Conovar finally manages to buy his way out of the services of Captain Hoik and departs the ship and crew next time they make port. With the plan of buying a ship and crew of his own, he will not hesitate to do anything good or evil to come by the coin. It was not at the young age of 13 that stolen armour, Orstich, and entering a jousting tournament that garnered Norster folk hero status in his village. No, it was unseating the tournament's reigning champion at the first pass, whilst riding the same stolen ostrich. Now, most would have agreed that theft of any kind is bad, but Norster stole from the Baron himself, and under normal circumstances, meant death. But in attendance that fateful day was the Baron himself, most amused that it was upon his ostrich this young troublemaker had won the day. So instead of prison or worse, death, Norster was sent to the monastery Serpenthelm as a punishment, and in hopes that the clerics there could turn this young man's life around. Norster at first thought this a punishment worse than death, but given time, Norster actually felt that this was his calling. So strong the sense and place of duty that he quickly turned to the life of a paladin. A miracle, it seems, as if bestowed upon him by Dianshek herself. 5 years in the monastery seemed to pass in an instant. Nostar eventually took the name of the monastery upon his own when he left at the age of 18. Now it was Nostar Serpenthelm's turn to help others who could not otherwise help themselves. And 8 years later, he finds himself sitting in a tavern with 5 complete strangers. Born in the far western mountains, Banduru Brunanvil grew up during a time of great strife for his dwarven people. A war had stretched on for decades between the Druga and Banduru's people that threatened to destroy his homeland. Born to a family of military heroes, he grew up to carry on his family's proud tradition. He and his brother led the dwarven forces to push the Druga back to the brink of their own lands. It was in this time he met a woman named Merba, who was a cleric in his camp, who he fell deeply in love with. But then came the fateful day of the battle they all knew would decide the fate of the war between his people and the Dark Druga. The battle was bloody and ended with an entire cavern collapsing down on the 2 clashing armies, with the sole survivor only being Banduru. The war was ended, and the only entrance to his people's lands closed, but he thought it had come at too great a cost to his men, and thus he felt he had lost and become ashamed to his people. Proclaiming a self-imposed banishment on himself, he left his lands, and thus all his people had thought he had come to perish in the battle along with his brothers in arms, and he was justly proclaimed a hero to his people along with them as well. It was then he was to be chosen by Moradin to become a paladin in his name, and was set on a path to show the devotion to his people was true, even though Banduru believed himself a failure. Vladorian, born to a human father and an elven mother, or so he'd been told. He was found on the steps of an orphanage as a baby. Suffering at the hands and abuse from his keepers for several years and mistreated by his peers for being a half-elf, he ran away one stormy night at the age of 10 and lived alone in the woods till his young adulthood. He learned the ways of the forest and the creatures it held. Although he has no idea where his parents are, he wishes to find them and learn the reason they deserted him. One day at the age of 25, he noticed smoke rising from a distant part of the forest. He rushed to find a forest fire engulfing trees around him. Finding a village nearby in his deathly past, he warned the common folk and helped evacuate the village, even returning to save a young child trapped by the flames. Word of his actions spread from village to village, and he was soon known as a folk hero throughout the land. Although not much is known about Vladorian, he always lends a helping hand to the less fortunate when it's necessary, whether it be from a natural disaster or a corrupt baron. He will not stand for tyranny and believes in equal treatment of all. He will go to any lengths to achieve his destiny, without concern for failure or consequences he may sow in the process. Jenks grew up affluent and well off. The son of a wealthy landowning lord decided the pompous nature of nobility was not worth the effort, and turned to the streets and thievery in his late teens. However, not before securing a sizable loan from the family coffers. Often using his strikingly handsome looks to woo the fair maidens of the land and make off with their noble husband's gold, Jenks uses his knowledge of noble life to acquire a small bit of wealth while remaining unnoticed. Due to his upbringing, Jenks thoroughly enjoys stealing from the wealthy, as it adds coin to his pocket and ruins the day of a nobleman. Gods, deities, beings of supreme knowledge and wisdom, kindness and wrath. Are they fathers and mothers to mortal beings, ready to love and scold, guide and mould lives? Or are they simply children themselves playing with lamp farms? Shaya is no exception.
What it is, party people, here we are playing some Dungeons and Dragons. We play every night at 8 p.m. Eastern. If you remember correctly, last time our heroes were outside of the keep, ostensibly a Miss Lady Adorissa's keep, escorted there by a lovely man named Spoon, who incinerated a troll as they were chasing it through the woods, kind of northerly towards the keep. And so now they're all collected outside the door. And just as they're kind of approaching the front doorway, you can see here, you can barely see the door of the keep. Just up the top of that path where Jenks is kind of hanging out. And there's some basic encampments and stuff like that, and some people sparring outside. It's a generally kind of cobbled together type situation. This keep looks as if it was just kind of placed here in a field, and so far nobody knows why it has appeared here. As they're kind of conversing with Spoon and a number of the other people as they're traveling up, Aurelia comes rushing up behind them. You kind of hear the clanking of armor and such, as she was back at the keep, kind of tending to her own illness, and then ultimately had gone back to the refugee camp outside of the Strand to deal with the refugees there, but has concluded her business there as a cleric and come back up behind the group and has made them 6 once again. So here we are out in front of the keep. Has anybody got any business that they would like to conduct, or anything they would like to ask Spoon, or anything before we proceed inside?
I think we said most of it on our last meeting with him.
Absolutely agreed. Okay, so if everybody could roll a perception check for me, that would be great. All right. Norster. Oh no, that was a strength roll. Norster was a 21. No, that yes.
Mm-hmm.
You got rid of your other one. All right, so looks like everybody is rolling rather poorly. Oh my gosh.
No, I rolled a 21, but what happened is the dice hit each other and rolled over to an 8, but it's still a 21.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's how that works in the digital world.
Well, it does say 21 there.
Yes, it does. So, excellent. So, Norster, you and only you notice this, but there's an occasional, like every few minutes, just very subtle rumble in the ground as you kind of hang out around this area. Every few minutes, you just hear like a.
Is it more heard or felt?
A felt. You do not hear anything. So, excellent. Spoon, everybody is none the wiser. Spoon says, okay, well, let's proceed inside. Our lady is quite busy and would like to talk to any local adventurers. So he leads you inside. I'm not going to move your folks' tokens for you, but here's the inside of the main area. You walk in. I'm realizing that Spoon is on my background layer. And you guys walk in, and you observe that as you walked in the door, there were 2 guards to the left and the right of the door. And then at the north side of this room, there are 2 more large doors, and on the east and west, there are large doors. And so I will go ahead and reveal those doors to you. That's here. And here, you're going to get a little bit of a peek that there's a guard on the other side of the door. Here, and here. And so you can see those doors now. Let's go ahead and put this inside of the viewers here. There you go. And you're asked to wait here for 5 or 10 minutes. And as you kind of hang out in this main foyer, you see a number of merchants and tradesmen kind of walking through, ostensibly having had short conversations with Our Lady. So Spoon, after some amount of time, receives a signal from one of the guards inside the door as it opens, and he asks you to enter, and you are granted entry to the main hall here, where you see a lady standing at the head. Now, as you can see here, because we're working in 2 dimensions for the most part, there's a raised section here. You can see the shadow. She's actually up about 15 feet off the floor that you folks are on, and you see a large statue of a gargoyle in between the 2 doors, and there are 2 guards in here as well, blocking doors to the left and right just as you come in. So we'll go ahead and reveal those to you here and here. The lady gets rather concerned at where Jenks is. Do you actually want to move up there?
Yes.
You do? Are you going to be stealth or anything like that?
Hey, I'll try to stealth.
All right.
You want me to roll?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I'm gonna make you say it because if I roll and you haven't said it, you can take it away.
Yeah, exactly. All right, you got an 18. So you have to actually find your way up there. And so you've got these left and the right doors. Do you want to go down those
I'm gonna go straight up the wall.
You're going to go straight up the wall stealthily? I'm going to give you disadvantage on that stealth roll if you do that.
Why?
Because running straight up a flat wall in the throne room and nobody sees you?
Yeah, I can climb good.
Can you? Is that a feat that you have?
Yeah, second story work.
Second story.
Climbing doesn't cost me extra movement, and I climb faster.
I see. Can you roll acrobatics for me? Second story orc? Is that a feat?
Second story work.
Oh.
It's
Story
from.
tall orc.
Oh, I'll paste it.
Okay, go ahead and paste it for me. Unfortunately, as you go to stealthily clamber up that wall, you fall and to a clatter on the ground, and are immediately approached by the 2 guards down here.
Have we not had to surrender weapons or anything?
You weren't, but now you are. And they're going to escort you out of this room.
They're not taking me anywhere.
Over here. All right. Do you want to resist? You're considered grappled right now.
Oh,
I'm gonna
Lord.
resist.
Dear God.
Yeah. Oh, this is fun.
Can forward
grab him.
and say sorry about our friend. He suffered a minor head injury fighting some trolls on the way up here. He hasn't been himself since.
So what would you like to do, Jinx?
Resist.
All right. Give me a strength saving throw. Okay. You did not manage to break free from that, and one of the guards is going to take an attack roll on you. Oh, and he rolls a crit. That's intense.
Ow.
Ow.
That's like the perfect roll. Perfect.
Yep, that is the perfect roll.
I think you're dead from that.
No, he rolled pretty
Nah,
poorly on
dead.
damage. You take 12 damage, and he knocks you unconscious. And now they're going to drag you out this door and over here. This guy's going to return over here. And because you're unconscious, you can't actually see that room anymore. So now the lady addresses you as 5, and the first thing she says is, "What's the problem with your friend?
Yeah, he
Are each
Sorry
of you
about
going to
that.
treat
He
me
took
that
a-
way? You're in my keep."
he took a nasty blow from a couple of trolls on the way up here.
He nearly drowned in the river too.
Yeah, he hasn't been himself since. We've been trying to help him, but we were pressed for time trying to make it here.
Can you roll a deception check? Oh, I don't even need to. Well, I guess I will, but yeah, she is unconvinced by your lie, and she's rather annoyed by your presence now.
Can I try and re-roll
The
that from
truth
my
is,
armor?
he really doesn't like nobles. I've never understood that, considering he was born one.
You don't know that.
We just heard it. Somebody read it to me in my
The
ear.
truth is, he's a dumbass.
The truth is, he's a dumbass. That's so. Should I expect the rest of your party to?
And I don't have to roll deception because that's the truth.
Yeah.
You don't have to roll deception.
No,
that is true.
when the trolls attacked him, he caught the troll disease, and now he thinks he's got to be a troll like them.
Gotcha. Can you roll persuasion, both Aurelia and Vlad? All right.
Nice.
She doesn't seem too moved by Vlad's story, but with Aurelia backing him up, she goes, okay, well, as long as there aren't any more outbursts like that, I think that we might be able to find ourselves in a position to be able to mutually help each other. So, regardless, why is it that you were running north towards our keep?
I was chasing a troll lady.
Those are the trolls that were at the bridge just to the south of here?
Just one. We already dispatched one on the bridge. The second one took off running.
Gotcha. And what was your destination prior to that fight? I assume you didn't go directly to the bridge to
No.
fight those trolls.
Somebody claimed they were dispatched from here by the name of Florence. Asked us to venture north as you require some help.
So Sir Florence has made it to some sort of civilization to the south.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Can I show her my forearm
Oh,
with
yes.
the writing?
Feel free, sir, to show me your forearm. And she actually has Spoon come up, who I actually left out in the hallway. Spoon marches in, and he stands next to you, and he looks at his forearm. So you show it to her. It's rather far away, but he comes over and he investigates your arm. He pulls it up and looks at it, and he pulls out his arm and puts it next to it. Same font, same everything. The poem looks the same. And for those of our viewers that don't know what that is, I'm going to go ahead and give it a quick read here for you. It says, "From another world to keep, sound of conflict bellows, a taken item deep. Go and fetch your fellows. He who slithers southern knows its buried place. Six-fold lustered lantern marks the spot you'll face." And in comparing yours to his, can you do me a favor and roll a perception check? Oh, excellent. So in comparing his to yours, there's aside from like the subtle differences in your skin and such, yours actually looks to be a little bit inflamed, and not around the letters, but almost as a it goes all the way around your arm, almost as if somebody had given you like an Indian burn or something like that. His is clearly just looks like an old standard issue tattoo. Anyway, she takes a look at the tattoo and she asks, "Have you managed to determine any kind of meaning to this tattoo in your travels?"
None. It appeared just before the dragon attack.
It appeared just before the dragon attack. You're telling me there was a dragon attack. Can you please tell me about that?
Yeah. A couple of days ago, a dragon razed the city near our residence, or place we call a residence right now.
Is this the reason for the existence of the refugee camp that Sir Florence has been frequenting?
Yes, lady.
Aha, okay. Well, I'm not sure if you've been told this, but we sent our knights and paladins, each of the cardinal directions, to find help in finding some answers to our issue. One, our keep, of course, has just mysteriously appeared here in this realm. We're unsure if this is the world that we're from, or if maybe we were transported across worlds or across dimensions. We're unsure. Some of our mystics have postulated theories. I can tell you this, that none of our divine powers, none of our paladins' powers work here. And it's rather off-putting. That's how we heal our people and such, and many were injured in the transfer. Also, it seems that our great Warhorn has gone missing. She points to the giant statue behind you, and the gargoyle on the back wall has its hands held out. And normally, she says normally there would be a giant Warhorn there that she bellows to bring forth the Knights of the Keep. And so that has gone missing, and we would love to find that. But we also have our hands full dealing with, other raiders that think that we may be weak because we're new here and those kinds of things. We've been fending off orcish raids for quite a bit of time, and there's all sorts of weird anomalies occurring around our keep as well. We're unsure of what's causing these things, but in the exploration of our knights and paladins, we have managed to suss out some things. This poem is on the arm of each of our paladins, and so they take it forth to all the various local entities to try and solve the mystery. And we have managed to determine, we think, the answer to some parts of the riddles. One, we do believe that in the first line, the word keep refers to our keep. And we do believe that in the second line, the referring to something that bellows, the sound of conflict bellows, is the war horn being referred to, which is also secondarily referred to in the second line as a taken item deep. We believe it's been brought somewhere deep below ground where we'll need to find it. And so that brings us to go and fetch your fellows, which is what we're doing. We're trying to recruit anybody from the region that might be able to help us, either with knowledge of geography or just has been around the local people. We don't know much about He Who Slithers Southern, though. But we do believe that whoever that is might know where the horn is. And we believe that when we find this horn, maybe it'll bring us some answers as to why we're here or how to get back. Do you have any thoughts
How long have
on
you
that?
been here, and how long has the horn been missing?
We've only so the horn went missing around the same time that the keep was transported. We've been here possibly 3 to 4 days. No, not that long. I mean, longer than that. Sorry. Possibly 2 weeks or so, plus 3 or 4 days.
You are aware that there are some rumblings below your keep.
Some people have mentioned that. We just assume that when you take a very large object and drop it on the ground somewhere, that there will be some settling of the earth. As you can see, there are some cracks and such in the walls in various places. She points to a couple places in the keep, like back behind her throne, and on the western wall, there's a couple of cracks that have formed.
Can I insight check her to see what her demeanor is? Does she appear pompous or scared or etc.?
Sure. If only I was speaking as an Elcor. You have no idea.
Sounds about right.
Lady, if I may suggest, you say that you were looking for somebody that knows something about geography. Don't go to the map maker in the Strand. He doesn't remember anything.
We've managed to talk to a number of other cartographers around and riddle makers and such. which is how we've gotten to where we are. From what I hear, the map maker in the Strand has been talking at length with Mr. Florence, Sir Florence, and he's mostly just suffering from losing almost his entire life's collection of maps that he's made. So he has no real reference material. Mr. Florence has a very good memory and never really forgets a thing, and he has actually made come to quite a rapport with the map maker, and I think is going to help him rebuild his stocks from what he's learned.
You have communication with Sir Florence?
Occasionally, yes.
How?
Carrier pigeon.
He has a number of means of communicating with us. Some are extremely energy intensive for him, and so he only uses them sparingly. He passes information along to us in a series of light flashes in relays along his trip. But also he's been known to use more traditional carrying pigeons and ravens for communication as well, which is much less taxing on his energy units.
Do you require healing?
Do the people of the keep require healing?
Yes, I have a cleric and 2 paladins here that can aid if need be.
For the most part, I think that maybe if you decide to come back to the keep and are ever here for an evening or two, I don't think that our temples would turn down the extra help. But they, for the most part, have things under control now. We only really, the initial injuries of kind of being transported are over. We only really suffer injury after raids and such. We have an orc encampment that has been, or not orc encampment, I guess, orc tribe that has been harassing us, although we have them quite under control. And occasionally there are injured folks from that. But for the most part, we've been bringing in random travelers from about and have been able to heal them as we need. So no real need right now.
So, lady, you've asked our audience, what is it you would require of us or need us to do?
So I was really hoping that you might be able to help us solve the latter part of the riddle about he who slithers southern, and if you aren't able to help solve that part of the riddle, maybe just go to the south and see if you can find anything there that might be able to help us. And I'm happy to pay you folks for your time.
You don't happen to have a shiny set of plate mail laying around, do you?
Unfortunately, our armory was in a building not connected to the keep and was not transported with us. So the only arms and armor we have are what we were wearing while we were inside. That is also why we don't have a full contingent of knights and paladins with us.
Do you have an alchemy lab?
I suspect you're going to find it hard for your paladins to access their powers, and your clerics likewise. If this is not your world, then in all probability the deities that you worship cannot reach.
Yeah, that's the biggest marker for why we think that we're not in the same world that we once were. Although to be in an entirely different plane away from our deities is almost unheard of. So I'm unsure of what that is because we cannot communicate with our deities. But that is one of the leading theories at the moment.
I have a personal theory of my own. We have had a deity that seems to consider us his personal playthings, and he may have latched onto you and drawn you in to his little games with us.
What is this deity's name, if you know it?
Sheo.
Oh, Sheo is one of the evil deities of our world. He's our trickster god. So this is interesting. I wonder if maybe there is some sort of divine power play at foot here between Sheo and your deities, maybe.
That is very possible. I'm pretty sure that my own deity, Diankict, is not too happy with his presence here.
Yes, that is quite interesting. And what has Sheo done while like how has he interfered in your lives?
I
Well, up
didn't know
until
these
a
people
week
until
ago,
3 or
we
4
were all
weeks ago.
strangers.
What was that? There was too many people talking at once.
Go on, MX.
Yeah, until about 3 weeks ago, I had never seen these 5 people in my life.
Oh, interesting. And
Same here.
and what about you, Conover? I believe you were saying something as well.
Yeah, it's just confirming what Norstra had just said. We were all strangers before Sheo took an interest in us, and it seems he's the reason why the dragon raised our city as well.
Yes, I strongly suspect that.
I see. And like, so he just summoned a dragon at some point.
Can't tell you the details, but he's behind it somehow.
I saw it streaking across the sky at a speed that no ordinary dragon would be able to move.
Jenks, you hear shouting in the background. Let me out of this cell, you tyrant! You're tyrants. Let me out of this cell. And the lady says, "If I let your friend out of a cell, will he behave?"
We
Really
have
a
no
giggle.
promises.
I can't promise for his behavior, but it does seem he's done with his little nap.
Okay. We're gonna let him out. Although if he acts out again, we're going to have to keep him in the cell.
That sounds fair to me.
They drag him out and throw him on the ground. The guards seem to have a severe disdain for Jenks. So okay. Now jumping out of character a little bit, you folks have a choice. Would you like to help the lady? Would you like to travel south and see if you can find something down that way? Kind of meander around the Southlands and see if you can find something. Or would you like to continue on in your own adventures somewhere?
Can I poke
Jenks.
Norther and his cooling fan?
He doesn't have one.
Sir Florence
No,
is
I
not
have one.
here.
No, I'm gonna poke Norther. He's standing in front of me.
Oh, you could try to get to his cooling fan. Although once you get past the armor and it starts to hurt him, I bet you he might backhand you with that mace.
I can duck. I'm short.
Jenks wants to ask what exactly the reward is for helping.
The reward for helping is basically we'll pay you in what we have in the keep's treasure, what's left of it, for any expenses that you have, or basically a daily per diem for doing work for us, and we'll pay you 100 gold per day each.
Let's do this.
Let's help her, because the sooner we get rid of Sheo, the sooner our lives will go back to normal.
Your
Or
gold is
some
no good here.
semblance thereof.
Normal.
Jenks says 100 gold seems rather cheap.
You can roll persuasion.
We don't want gold. We want experience points.
And armor.
She comes back to you. Well, I mean that's all we have, and this problem seems to affect you folks as well. This is me helping to contribute in every way I possibly can to help you with your problem as well.
It seems that our interests are in line. If we do undertake a venture, do you have any supply of potions or anything that can help us on our journey? Anything at all that may help?
Our
Jinx, do you want to be Sheo's plaything forever?
She motions behind her, and you see an alchemist come out, and he says, "Did somebody ask for the alchemist?"
What is
Hello,
your name,
sir.
alchemist?
What is your name, alchemist? My name is Bippu.
Oh, good lord.
I'm just messing with you. So did somebody say potions?
Yes, sir. Have you access to any? Do you have any on your being?
Well, I have a few, but we need them for when raids happen and such. Are there any specific kinds of potions you were asking for, or you're looking for?
Just healing potions would be great if you can spare any.
Do you have any kind of potency in mind?
We want the dankest ones you got.
The dankest healing potions that I've got. Oh, by the way, sir, you over there, you asked my name. My name is Darkbow.
Oh, God.
Jenks,
So yes, any
you
just
have
any potions
caused
you can
enough
spare.
problems.
Why did you tell him his name?
Because...
Jinx has only one thing in mind now.
What's the one thing in Jenks's mind?
He wants that gold.
Mm-hmm.
The gold in the back of the keep.
You
Our
don't
gold.
know what Jenks is thinking right now.
So he goes
not
looking
thinking
through
clearly.
his various things, and he goes, "I suppose I could sell you some healing potions. They would be 75 gold each, and I have 8 that I could spare."
I looked at him, then I looked to the lady and say, "Dear lady, would this incorporate as expenses? Well, we're going to need these potions to undertake this venture."
Whoops! I almost did lady in the old voice. I could net the cost of the potions out of the money that we give you. Yes.
And Darkbow, did you say 75 gold pieces per potion?
Yes.
Oh, 75 seems... I haven't got that much on me. What about 60?
Can you roll persuasion? I could sell at least 2 to you for 60.
Then,
Jenks
sir,
is gonna-
I'll,
Go
I'll
ahead.
take two of your healing potions then, please, sir.
Alright, sounds good. Take 120 gold out of your inventory. Jenks does what?
Jenks wants to ask this alchemist if he has any drinks that will help him sneak better.
Why do you need to sneak better?
Because he failed earlier. No, we don't dabble in the mischievous or dark arts here.
Sorry, what level potions are they?
Those are just regular healing potions, which heal a healing surge plus 4.
Sorry, what?
It's a healing surge, so whatever your hit dice is, 1d whatever. I think yours is 1d10 plus 4.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. I actually lied. It's 2d4 plus 2. I'm thinking of D&D 4th edition rules. Sorry. So it's 2d4 plus 2. At any point, it takes a minor action to pull a potion out. I'm sorry, a bonus action to pull a potion out, and an action to quaff it.
Right, okay.
Off it.
Indeed. Anything else?
Oh yeah, out of game. JT, check your Discord PM real quick. You will like what I sent you.
I saw that already. You don't think I have notifications on my computer, boy?
Oh,
Heyo.
Snap.
boy.
So,
Conovar looks to Nostra and say, it's your arms, your writing. What do you want to do?
Let's head south. Help this lady.
Okay. And
I'm with you.
Spoon asked to see your map for a moment, and he marks on your map kind of where he generally thinks, or the only place that they haven't really explored yet is down to the south.
I think it's in our own best interest to help them.
All right.
Maybe
Do they
when
have
they
any
go
horses?
home, they'll take Shale with them.
They do not have any horses. You didn't see any on the way in. It's almost as if the stables was a building that wasn't connected to the main keep.
Yeah. And you will leave my
Okay.
warhorse alone.
You almost lost it last week.
Well, do we want to rest here for a night and then head out in the morning?
It's just as a function of clerical whatever. It's like 10 in the morning, or maybe noon. It's pretty early in the day.
Jenks needs some healing.
Jenks does need some healing.
Are we leaving right now?
It's up to you folks. If you want to stay a night, you can. The place that he has marked on your map is beyond Lisa's hold, so you could go to the hold and spend a night there. You can easily make it back to the hold before nightfall, and then pick up from the hold in the morning, or you could just try to trudge along and make camp at the refugee camp, which is also on the way, or out in the southern areas.
Let's
Let's-
head to Lisa's hold and
Yeah.
stay the night. Get Jenks, slap him around a bit, get him healed up nice.
All right, that
Okay.
sounds
There
good
you
to me.
go.
Are we
Thanks.
going to take a short rest here, and then I can use a hit die?
Sure, yeah, you can do that. And I can tell you that you make it to Lisa's hold with rather no issues. The occasional owlbear or bandit or whatever, but you dispatch those rather
You
easily.
didn't need to roll your hit dice, Jenks. The cure wounds, that is how much it gave you. Was 11 hit points back.
There we go. So everybody should be back on Lisa's hold. Let me go ahead and load up. So you guys are hanging out in the main room. You have a nice meal.
While we're here,
Mhm.
can I try and stealth and slip something under Aurelia's pillow in her sleeping quarters?
Sure. Have at it. I know what you're trying to do. You probably don't want to stealth. I mean, you could just go up there, and if she's not around,
Yeah, I'll try that. Is that perception then?
do sleight of hand.
Aurelia's right down next to me at the table having dinner.
Yeah,
Should've
right.
known.
If you disappear, we'll call it sleight of hand to make sure that nothing is disturbed. And nothing's disturbed. You manage to slip that under a pillow. Feel free to DM her what that is.
Yeah.
Whoa! Lady Adarissa is now hosting our stream with 22 viewers. Thank you so much, Lady Adarissa.
Thank you, Lady Adarissa.
Oh god, we're getting attacked by moose.
I think we're getting raided. We're getting raided. Keep is coming. We famous. Keep is coming for Jenks. So we did it, Pa. Hello. I just had to voice you, lady. Hopefully, I did you justice. Might I also comment to Conovar that when you built up the weapon stocks in Lisa's hold, you had you guys fully stocked it with martial weapons, and that includes crossbows of various sizes.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
So you can head to the armory and pick up a number of crossbows that you would like.
Yeah, I'll see if there's a couple of hand crossbows there, and I'm not. Have we got any long swords in there?
Yes, you do.
Okay, I'm gonna swap over a long sword for my offhand short sword as well.
That sounds great. So, and what perk did you end up taking? The two perks that you have are dual wielding and crossbow expert, right? Or the ones you're going to take?
No, I didn't take crossbow expert. I took martial adept. So I have menacing attack and trip attack with superiority die that I roll for.
Okay. So are you gonna still try for your dual wielding crossbows?
Not just yet. Maybe later on.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Is there any business you would like to tend to while you folks are in Lisa's hold?
Nope.
All right.
Sleep.
I'd like to take what's her name to bed for a night. What's her name?
Alyssa.
Alyssa.
All right. You can bet Alyssa. And since you've already set a high bar for
In my bed of hay.
in your bed of hay, she's you lose points for decor, but you gain points for performance, which is kind of nice. I'm gonna go ahead and move this Carnivar to the keep, and I'm gonna drop you guys all on the main map, So Vlad, for the next 24 hours, you folks will, or you will have +1 to your charisma because you're in such a good mood.
Oh wait, who, me?
Yeah.
Giggity.
Giggity. Giggity, giggity. And Alyssa, of course, is fawning over you all the time now.
Now send her back to the kitchen to clean dishes.
Get out of here, wench. So, is there anything... So, you guys sleep through the night uneventfully. It is now morning. Is there any business you would like to attend to before heading south?
No, I just want some breakfast and then I'm good to go.
All right. Everybody else, are you good to go?
Give me
Yes.
1 minute for a bio.
All right. Okay, let's do our 5-minute bio break earlier. Does that sounds great? Good to everybody? We'll do it at 9 o'clock instead of 9:30, if that sounds good.
Sure.
All right, sounds good. We're gonna go put the stream on pause for just about 5 minutes. Everybody be back here by 9 p.m. sharp Eastern time.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go look at those.
Gods, deities, beings of supreme knowledge and wisdom, kindness and wrath. Are they fathers and mothers to mortal beings, ready to love and scold, guide and mould lives? Or are they simply children themselves playing with amphithemes? Shea is no exception. You would be thought incredibly unlucky to catch the attention of this one. Mischievous and tricksy of nature, easily bored, sates his lust for excitement, meddling with the lives of mortal and lesser beings. It is at such a time Shao brings together 6 strangers to unite them as one party. Now, is this an act of impulse to amuse himself? Or is it an act of greater importance? Will Shao prove to be a loving father or mother? Or simply a child, playing with his new toys? My mother Eshrel was an elven druid skilled in herbs and medicines. My father was Jathiah, the human commander of Lord Melchiah's forces. When I was maybe 6 or so, Lord Melchiah tasked them with finding the source of several vicious attacks on local farmers and woodsmen. Rumours spoke of undead roaming the land instead of laying peacefully in their graves. Unfortunately, they never returned. After several months, my mother's people shipped me off to my Uncle Holdor to be raised. Uncle Holdor, unfortunately, knew nothing of elven ways, or even raising daughters. He was too busy training his own sons to become warriors, and I was thrown right in with them. I endured bumps, bruises, and broken bones right along with them all. It was 3 years later when news reached us of my parents' fate. They'd been killed and eaten by ghouls. Burning hatred for the undead took root in my heart that day. As I continued to train in the martial arts, I discovered I had a gift for healing, and soon lessons with the local clerics was added along with my other duties. I am Irelia Braveheart, and on the night of my 16th birthday I left my uncle's home and set out on my own to try and do something about the attacks plaguing human and demi-human alike in my own little piece of the world. Conovar, son of Conovar, grew up in the coastal village of Sandhaven. Conovar was used to a life at sea, waking every morning at sun-up to farm the sea with his father in their little fishing skiff. It was at the age of 14 Con and his father were caught in a tragic storm. Khan's father was thrown from the vessel, disappearing into the chaos that was the sea rolling in on itself. For 2 days, Conovar battled against the fury of the elements, getting cast out into the vastness of the ocean. Exhausted and near death, the beaten skiff was sighted by a preying vessel. Pirates. Captain Hoik, with admiration to his fighting spirit, took Conovar into his crew of buccaneers, giving him his crew name, Storm Rider. 5 years of merriment and scandalous behaviour, Conovar finally manages to buy his way out of the services of Captain Hoik and departs the ship and crew next time they make port. With the plan of buying a ship and crew of his own, he will not hesitate to do anything good or evil to come by the coin. It was not at the young age of 13 that stolen armour, Orstich, and entering a jousting tournament that garnered Norster folk hero status in his village. No, it was unseating the tournament's reigning champion at the first pass, whilst riding the same stolen ostrich. Now, most would have agreed that theft of any kind is bad, but Norster stole from the Baron himself, and under normal circumstances, meant death. But in attendance that fateful day was the Baron himself, most amused that it was upon his ostrich this young troublemaker had won the day.
All right, folks. So here we are on the overmap. You got Conovar at Lisa's Hold, spelled rather weirdly. Once again, for those that are new to chat right now. And so you guys are headed south. You're going to be passing by the refugee camp. Is there any business that you would like to conduct in the refugee camp as you pass by?
No.
I want to see if their prices dropped on full plate.
Their prices have not dropped on full plate. You
Can
spend a
Vlad-
few minutes
can-
looking around, haggling and such. Full plate's pretty expensive, my friend.
Vlad should go visit the blacksmith's wife.
Actually, while I'm there,
So you guys can get
I'll see
cheaper
if I can
prices.
find. I'll see if I can locate Butch quickly.
Sure. Let me roll my butch dice. I had that around somewhere. Where is it? Well, we'll just roll this one here.
Butch is probably out fishing.
Butch is not in the refugee camp, but you did manage to track down Roe, who knows where he is, and he is out fishing. But he says if you stop by right around nightfall, he should be pulling the haul in from the local swamps.
No problem.
So anything else you folks would like to do on your way by the refugee camp south?
No, I'm good.
I would
good.
like to check on the price of plate armor.
Plate armor? The Norster actually already checked on the price of plate armor, and he shares with you that it's about 1,500 gold. There is not very much. There's only one set of plate armor anywhere in the entire refugee camp.
Yeah, I'm 1,000 short.
Yeah, I'm
Onward.
over 1,000 short, so.
Can we ask if anybody knows anything about the swamps to the south?
Sure. Who would you like to talk to?
Not the
I
same guy
have-
who made the map.
Not the guy who made the maps.
Not the guy who made the map.
Is there any hardy adventurers we may see that are anywhere nearby?
There's actually a bit of a void of venturers, as it seems that most of them have been recruited to go to the keep to help out. Although there are a contingent of rather experienced guards and such, and as you're kind of finding your way through people, running through people, you roll an investigation check. Everybody can, or one person can.
Okay.
Looks like we've got these investigation checks.
Oh god, Jenks super fail.
Wow,
Where-
it's like a 1 in 10,000. No, is it 1 in 400 chance of getting 2 1s? That's intense. So it seems as though Vlad and Bunduru independently have found people that know about the swamps to the south. Vlad comes upon first a contingent of guards. It's 3 or 4 guards just kind of telling war stories, and he kind of stands in the corner and listens for a little while, and eventually finds a place in the conversation where he can interrupt and says, "Excuse me, do you know anything of the swamps to the south of here?" And the guards look right at him and they go, "Let me tell you, I know a lot about the swamps down there. They're infested with lizard men. I tell you what, don't go near there if you value your life. I'm just saying." And he takes a peek at your map and he says, "Oh, there's a lizardman stronghold right about here." Points at the map and reveals that to you. There's some caves over here, and he just kind of draws on the map a little bit. Let me set my color here, and he just kind of draws some caves right here, in a mountainside, basically. There we go, and shows you some caves, and then says there's a pretty easy path to get there like this. There you go. So that's what I know. Anything you'd like to ask him, Vlad?
Can I just ask him if he knows like what the terrain is like leading up to the swamps?
So it's mostly forest until about halfway there, and then it starts to kind of give away to a lot of dead trees, and then eventually we're talking full-blown bog. Hard to traverse. You'll be up to probably your waist in sludgy, dirty, filthy, algae-infested waters, and God knows what's in those waters.
To me, it's my chest, though. So.
Yeah, right. It's up to Bunduru's neck.
Jenks is going to ask if he has any tips for fighting the lizard men.
They're pretty. Well, no, wait. Jenks isn't with these guys. Hold on.
Yeah.
Why not?
Me,
Jenks
Lauster, and Jenks are sort of staring at the clouds, trying to make pictures out of them.
Yeah, you're like looking at the clouds, trying to figure out like what they look like and stuff, right? Oh, you got distracted from the investigation. But
Fair enough.
Any other questions, Len?
Actually, I think he's off playing a hand of cards with the pair of cards he found.
Probably losing.
Jenks doesn't gamble.
Considering what
That
he
is
rolled,
true. Jenks does
I'd
not gamble.
suspect he's losing too.
Jenks does not gamble. All right, so we're going to move on to Banduru, who actually ended up talking to the stand-in mayor of the
guard
refugee
captain. Can I talk to that guard captain that was an asshole to me so much on the wall?
You could talk to them. They don't know much about the swamps to the south, but they do know that you were useless to them in that fight.
Hey.
Oh, she pokes fun at you. She's like, the little one. Yeah, he's come back. He thinks he can be useful still. Yes, that's hilarious. Get out of here.
She's the
Nobody
first to
makes
die.
fun of my fellow
Yeah.
paladin.
It's a good thing you weren't there with him.
Oh my God.
You guys split up to look through the town.
Okay, I'll go back to that mayor guy and talk to him.
All right, sounds good. So you're talking to the mayor. The mayor, the mayor tells you basically, yeah, there's a swamp to the south. You need to be really careful of the wizardmen. We've had a couple of scuffles with them over territory before, and they have magic users and fighters. They love to use their spears. You got to watch out for those. So if you're gonna head down there, be careful. Be absolutely careful with them. We've managed to carry out some amount of diplomatic relations with them. Basically, they do not leave the swamp anymore. Although the areas on the edges of the swamp can be a bit dangerous because that's disputed territory.
Can I ask him if he knows anything about those caves that are down there too?
I was unaware of any caves down that way. I would probably steer clear of those. I've heard stories of things like marsh dragons and stuff in the area, and it seems like that might be where they might be holed up if they exist. So I would stay away from that.
All right, I thank him for his time.
Sounds good. All right. Anything else you folks would like to do?
Let's get this show on the road.
All right, you guys start heading south. Is there any formation type stuff you'd like to do as you're traveling, or any of that kind of stuff?
I'm in front.
Norster's in front.
Dwarf goes in the front too.
All right, so you guys are creating a plate wall.
I'll go in front of Vlad if he's hanging at the back.
Gotcha.
I will stand off the side so no one's actually in front of me.
Sounds good. Sounds good. And how about you, Jenks?
I'm gonna follow behind Vlad.
All right. Sounds
Stealthed.
good. Sounds good.
I'm going to be beside Conover, and when she comes up to him, she gives him a peck on the cheek and whispers "thank you" in his ear.
Sounds good. All
You're
right.
more than welcome.
So, as you're heading south, can everybody roll perception for me?
Do you want me to roll stealth too?
If you want to be stealth. That's what I was looking for in that formation thing.
Well, I told you, but you didn't tell me to roll.
Oh.
Man, I'm just enjoying them clouds today.
All right, so Jenks, we're gonna retcon kind of where you are in the party. We're gonna say you're off in the trees as you're traveling south, just to the east of them or west of them.
I am not very perceptive today.
Yeah,
You
you're
are
looking
not.
at the
Is
clouds
anybody
for me. Look.
perceptive enough here?
Not really, other than Vlad, but Vlad's where he's good.
Yep.
He's in the trees.
So Vlad's not gonna have any kind of issue here. Okay, so here we go. As you are traveling, all of a sudden, you feel vines coming up from the ground and grabbing all of your feet and pulling you down towards the ground. And as you're being pulled down to the ground, spikes pop up from the ground
No.
and start stabbing you. Give me just a moment. And
This ground is bad.
this ground is bad. The only person that is not in that is Jenks. Let's see. Where are we?
Go figure.
Let's go ahead and drop our viewers on the map first so that they can see what's going on. Let me go ahead and reveal some areas. Go ahead and reveal this to them. And this is more or less the path that you guys have come along.
Wait, did we make it to the swamp, or did we get attacked by vines before it?
You got attacked. This is, it's like you can feel it starting to get swampy, but it's not quite swamp yet. Let's see. Let's go ahead and...
Does anyone have any weed killer on them?
I got a mace.
It's not so good at getting out of
No.
vines.
But I got some fire.
Alright, so let's go ahead and drop you folks onto this. Just moved myself on accident. Dun, 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 dun. Everybody can see, right?
Mhm.
Excellent. I'm actually
Yes.
going to use the polygon reveal as well. Maybe not. Oh, I did. I am super unclear on how the polygon reveal works. Ah, there we go. There we go. So that's more or less what you see. Now, everybody, we will put your tokens down. Aurelia, Bunduru, Conovar, Norster, and Jenks. Now, Jenks is stealthy, whoops, but not perceptive. So
I
we're
didn't
gonna
get to be there.
I gotta figure out where to put him that matches stealthy and not perceptive. I'm gonna put him behind this tree here, which I need to reveal a little bit more area on. Go ahead.
Where's Vlad?
And reveal that. There we go. So Jenks is just kind of up to the north of you folks a little bit. Let's move that up a little bit. It's kind of funny. I'm going to actually move him
Where's
south.
Vlad?
Where's... Oh, did I forget Vlad? I forgot Vlad. Sorry. So you guys are all just stuck down here, which is great for whoever it is that might be attacking you. And Jenks, I'm going to move you just to in front of this tree so that the folks on the stream can see you. You've fallen to the rules of streaming. And so you folks are all trapped there by two things because your perception was so low. And let me go ahead and run those against you. Oops. So you've been entangled and spike growth. And so we'll go ahead and give those a read. Grasping, this is the entangle. Grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground in a 20-foot square, starting from a point within range. For the duration, these plants turn the ground in the area to difficult terrain. A creature in the area, when you cast the spell, must succeed a strength saving throw or be restrained by the entangling plants until the spell ends. A creature restrained by the plants can use its action to make a strength check against your spell DC, which is 13. On a success, it frees itself. When the spell ends, the conjured plants wilt away. And this spell, I believe, lasts for 1 minute, which is 10 combat rounds. Also being cast on you is spike growth. The ground in a 20-foot radius, centered on a point within the range, twists and sprouts hard spikes and thorns. The area becomes difficult terrain for the duration. When a creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels. So I need everybody except for Jenks to roll 2d4 in spike damage, in piercing damage, sorry. The transformation of the ground is camouflage to look natural. Any creature that can't see the area at the time the spell is cast must make a wisdom perception saving throw, which you folks did. And I believe Vlad did see it, but nobody else saw it. So Vlad can choose.
And we're going to call this terrain swamp.
This terrain is swamp, yes. So go ahead and take damage equal to what you folks rolled.
Can I see? Do I notice where the spell's originating from?
No, you don't. It was you more or less just walked into a trap, basically. So here we go. If everybody could roll initiative for me, that would be great. Initiative makes sense with Jenks being so high.
Oh, good lord. Fucking hell.
At least you're next to me. You'll be all right.
No, look what I rolled.
Oh God.
Banduru, super low.
Fell down. Surrounded by vines.
Wait a minute. How did extra get added onto? Oh, okay. Never mind.
Okay, so you folks are going to take a surprise round from a number of folks. And so first thing that happens is a big thorny whip just cracks out from a hilltop. And comes for Vlad from the cliff top up here, up to the north of him. And he hits 22 against AC.
16.
All right, so he hits your AC, and he does 9 piercing damage, and then pulls you 10 feet closer. And
Well, that's the directions he's in, so...
oh, you know what else I need to do? I need to drop the shape of the spikes. You guys can place yourselves.
Okay, I want my original initiative that I rolled. It didn't record because I didn't have my
That's fine.
token selected.
That's fine. You guys are in a surprise round right now. I haven't even organized the initiative list yet. So place Conovar, place yourself anywhere you'd like inside that box I just drew.
I can too.
Yeah, all 4 of you can. The only one that can is Vlad. And Vlad, can you do me a favor and roll? Here, I'll do it for you. Roll 2d4 damage again. So you took 5 more damage, Vlad.
Stay in my shield.
So I've taken damage 3 times already?
Yep,
Ow.
pretty much. So there you guys go. Okay, so now we're going to go with these other folks. As you see, Vlad just kind of get whipped off his feet to the north by a whip out from behind some bushes there. You all of a sudden see a hail of javelins coming from the north and the south, so we're going to go ahead and roll that. I believe 6 times.
Just remember that Conovar and Banduro are both within my shield radius, so it's all disadvantage.
Sure.
Where did Aurelia go?
I have no idea where she went. Where'd she go? Did she delete her character? No, she's
She did.
underneath someone. She's underneath Banduru.
No.
No, I saw her character like go
Ah,
out.
what'd you do to me?
I warped you. Let me go ahead and replace Banduru. Where did Aurelia go?
Off to the left somewhere.
Yeah, she's off to the left.
Like
Oh.
flew off, like something
There you
grabbed her.
There you go. She's back again. So here we go. So it rains javelins down on you, and I'm going to go ahead and just start with Conovar and go clockwise with those javelins, which I believe. So 22 hits Conovar, correct?
Yep.
Does 7 piercing damage.
Don't those guys get disadvantage?
Disadvantage.
Oh yeah, good call. So Norster kind of raises his shield up above the group of you, and javelins kind of start pinging down off of the shield.
Nice.
And so let's see if anybody else. Nope. Looks like so Aurelia, Norster, Banduru.
Because that one was a critical fail, can I catch it and throw it back from where it comes?
Nope, that's a feat though, if you want it.
No, it's alright.
Norster, your AC is under 16 or above 16, right?
It's 20.
Yep.
And we also have to change my strength. It's no longer 19. It is 20 now because of my feet.
Okay. Feel free to change it.
Oh, I mean on your little placard there in the middle.
Oh, you mean the placard for the overlay? Yeah, we can do that. We'll do it for the next show. So there you go. Rain of javelins comes down, and so now we're just gonna run initiative. There we go.
Oh, crit
So
fail. Kill it. Stab self with javelin.
basically, you're being confronted by 6 people. You don't know what they are yet.
Well, we asked, and they told
I
us
bet
that the
they're
lizard people,
cold-blooded.
they loved their javelins and magic, and
Right. What
Uh-oh.
a power of deduction. Will everybody roll perception for me? All right. Because of Vlad's immensely good perception, you can barely see just poking over the cliff tops. Six lizard men and their shaman are raining hell down on you, basically.
oh, 2 shaman. Okay.
And the shaman is the one that whipped Vlad, by the way. So we're gonna go lizard man 1. No, we're actually gonna go shaman.
Wait, there's 7 of them? I think you said there's 6.
There are 6 lizard men and 1 shaman.
Okay.
Make sense?
Are they above us?
Yes, they're about 10 feet above you.
Somebody throw me.
Somebody throw me. Feel free to talk strategy while I get this set up.
Well, we need to get up Well, we need to break free of these lines first. So
Well,
Can
we're
you
pretty
tell me what the
close.
ranges of that whip he used?
Yeah, it's I believe it's 30 feet.
It's how much?
30 feet. All right.
All right, Jenks has to go out and take out that shaman.
Yeah, that's got to be our first target. Is
Did it-
the shaman.
They don't really know Jenks is there either. Let's see.
Considering the way Jenks behaves, we assume he's nearby somewhere.
15.
That would be a safe assumption.
Alright, there we go.
Yeah,
Everything is
check
set
your
up here.
pockets.
Let's go ahead and sort descending. So Jenks is up. What would you like to do, Jenks?
I'm gonna kind of creep around. Right there.
All right, let me go ahead and reveal some extra terrain to you there. You know what? Let's just let's say that you get a lay of the land for this, the whole upper part of this up here. There you go. Basically, see everything up there now. And anything else you'd like to do?
Oh wait, I can.
Where
Yeah,
is
I'll do
that
double
shaman
movements. Hold on.
in relationship to the rest of the lizard men? Because I can
No,
only
I'm done.
see 6 lizard men tokens on the board.
The shaman's just to the north of Vlad. Okay, so you're all set?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. And so now we've got Lizardman 4, who is this lovely gentleman here. We'll go ahead and set his nameplates so everybody can see it. You folks should see a 4 now. And he is going to go ahead and throw another javelin at you folks. And he rolls a 13 against Carnivar's AC, which I'm assuming misses.
Yeah, misses.
All right,
And it's
sounds
still under, and it's also disadvantage.
Mm-hmm. And so we're going to have Lizardman 2, which is this lovely gentleman right here, showing you his nameplate now. He's going to jump down and attack Norster with his club. And he's going to get a 19. Do they have disadvantage against you as well, by the way?
On my heavy armor, yeah. What? Let me check. 1 second. Because of my feet. Hold on. Let's see. I can use my armor to deflect strikes that would kill others within my area, and while I'm wearing this heavy armor, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage that I take from non-magical weapons is reduced by 3.
Okay.
That's the only thing.
And so, but he doesn't get any disadvantage against you because of your shield, right?
Correct.
Okay, so he's got 21 versus AC.
20.
Okay, so he does 8 bludgeoning, reduced by 3, right?
So it's just 5.
Okay. And that
Norster, did you take your health damage from the spikes and put it on your character?
yeah, it's 2d4.
Yeah, it was. Hold on, that's minus more. It's not in the.
Or did you
so
just
it's
not put it on your token?
I didn't put on my token.
Oh, okay.
That'll do it. Anyone dog's growling in her sleep?
There it is.
All right, so that concludes his turn. Aurelia's up.
Do I have a line of sight on that shaman?
You do, but he's gonna have half cover, so you'll be at disadvantage.
Okay.
Wait, what? I'm not even on the turn order.
Did you roll initiative?
Yeah. I rolled 2.
Go ahead and roll again. I'll just reset it.
Can I go with that? I'll take that.
There you go. Oh, I must not have reorganized it too. I was
Okay.
supposed to go with L1. I'll take him
Well, what I am going to do is not. I don't think his half cover will help him. I am going to try and send a sacred flame after him and scorch his tail.
Sounds good.
Sacred.
This is supposed to give us a roll.
Sorry, no, it was only. It was supposed to pop up the spell card. Give me a moment, and I will see what the exact. I only meant to roll it once because that's all I'm trying to do.
Yep. Can you just explain what the card says and instead of trying to get it to work?
Yeah, Sacred Flame is a damage spell. Flame-like radiance descends on a creature that you can see within range.
Okay.
The target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d8 of
Okay.
radiant damage. And it gains no benefit from cover for this saving throw.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And so this is going to be 13 or better, and it's 18. So he manages to dodge that, just kind of whoosh right by him, and strikes a boulder behind him. Anything else you would like to do? I'll take that as a no. We're going to move on to Lizard Man 1, who is going to throw a javelin down at Norster, saying that he's the one protecting the rest of the group. And so he's going to toss that javelin, and he's going to hit an 8. It just kind of ricochets off his armor. No problem at all for him. Let's see. And so then we have Lizard Man 6. Who's this guy here? He sees Vlad over there kind of being whipped about, and takes a pot shot at Vlad with his javelin. And hits Vlad for, once again, an 8 against AC, which I don't believe hits. So these guys, although they have numbers, they do not have accuracy. So it's Norster's turn.
How far is Lizard Man 3 from me?
Lizard Man 3 is 15 feet horizontally and about 10 feet vertically.
And how about Lizard Man 1?
About the same distance, actually a little bit more. Especially if you're going as the bird flies, 1, 2, 3, 4, about 25 feet and 10 feet vertically.
Okay, I'm casting Bane on 1, 2, and 3.
All right, and can you read that out for folks?
Yes, it is right up there.
All right, there you go. Up to 3 creatures of your choice that you can see within range must make charisma saving throws. Whenever a target that fails this saving throw makes an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, the target must roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from an attack roll or saving throw, and at higher levels we can ignore. This is 1 action, and it lasts 1 minute, so it's going to be concentration for 10 rounds, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And so I need to give you 3 charisma saving throws from a Lizard Man. Interestingly,
Correct.
they have very poor charisma. And so this is going to be a DC of 13, I assume. None of them pass. So they're going to take 1d4 off of any of their attack rolls for the next 10 turns. Okie dokie. Anything else from you, Norster?
That is it.
All right. I guess Lizard Man number 3 is going to go. He is going to try to hit Norster with a javelin. Such is their directive. They've been told to just peg people. So Norster, you get hit with a crit.
Well, he's got to subtract 1d4 off that roll too.
Not on a crit. Crit's always successful
Really?
and critical. Yep. So you take 9 points of piercing damage, of which I believe that you negate 3. Correct. So you take 6 piercing damage. And so that was L3. So the shaman goes, and he is going to grab. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to grab Conovar and lash at him with his whip, and we'll see if that is successful.
At disadvantage.
And he gets 13 against Conovar with the whip, so that probably doesn't hit his
Nope.
AC. So now we're going to move on to Vlad. It's your turn. Do something.
Shoot that wizard in the face.
All right, I'm gonna move first.
Okay. Where would you like to move to?
I'm gonna move right there.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna shoot number. I can't see its number.
Number 6 or
With
5?
hail, I'm gonna use hail of thorns and then hit the one in the middle.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that's number 6 there. Give us that sweet, sweet hail of thorns. It hits. And so you do some amount of damage. 14 damage, and then you get the plus. No, what do you get against?
I do the 7 to the main guy, and then I'm gonna roll hail of thorns, and it does that damage to all 3 of them.
Okay, got it. All right, 5 damage to each, and then 7 to the main guy. So Lizard Man 6.
Well, the main guy takes 12.
Yes, exactly. And so main guy is bloodied. I'll go ahead and
Then I'm going to use my Horde Breaker feat, which allows me to make a second attack on a second creature that is adjacent to the first one I shot.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and shoot number 4.
All right, sounds good.
So that'll be an additional 6 damage to number 4.
Okie dokie. And anything else from you?
That's it.
Excellent. So Vlad Conovar, you are up.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot the shaman with my longbow, and I would like to use trip attack on him. So I'm going to try and shoot him in the leg and trip him.
All right. Does
let's
trip
see if it
attack only
hits
work
us.
on melee?
Well, he can't be an adventurer anymore if he shoots him in the knee.
No, he can't. That's a good question. I don't know actually.
Let me go. My searching on my PHP is not working the way I want it to. I believe. Oh, you know what? I can look in the.
It just says when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can then when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can expend 1 superiority die to attempt to knock the target down.
Okay. I'll give it to you. No reason to waste any time on it. Go for it. You're gonna try to trip him, knock him prone. On the shaman, you said, right? Oh, critical
Oh
failure.
dear.
That's
No,
unfortunate.
so,
So
arrow goes flying.
the arrow just kind of whizzes by him and lands in a tree suspiciously close to Jenks' head. You can't tell Jenks is there, but Jenks knows it almost hit him. Anything else, or are we going to move on to Banduru?
I'm going to see. No, that was my action. No, move on.
Okay. Banduru, you're up.
Okay, so if I make a strength saving roll, I can get away from the vines, correct?
Correct.
Let me do that. And that'll also get me out of the region where I'm taking spike damage also, correct?
Well, the spikes only do damage to you if you move.
Just that one turn?
anytime you move within that area, so I assume you're going to go off to the west there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the. So I'd move to there.
Right. So you would just take spike damage leaving that zone, and that's it.
Okay, let me do strength saving. I'll have to do that.
And unfortunately, you're unable to break free of the vines. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
Yeah, I can't do anything else. So.
The spikes are indeed pieces of Legos scattered around on the floor.
Yeah,
So,
Lego lizards. Lego lizards.
yeah, not Legoless, Lego lizards. So, all right, so it's L5's
Wop
turn.
wop wop.
So he's going to go ahead and throw a javelin at Vlad. And rolls 21 against your AC, Vlad.
Yeah, that's hit.
All right, so you take 8 piercing damage. And that's
I'm
all
almost dead.
That's all he's going to do for his turn. L4, getting rather angered, is going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh man, he can't hit Vlad. So he's going to take a shot at Norster with his javelin. Whoop, whoop. I almost did that with the lizard shaman. There we go. And so he's going to roll 10 against Norster, not hit him. And so now it's Jenks' turn.
I'm gonna sneak up behind the shaman and stab him in the butt with my rapier.
Sounds good. Give me a sneak attack.
Oh god.
Or not.
Critical failure. You go to slice at him, and basically, like, you really just want to take him out in one hit. You want to run the rapier all the way through him, and you manage to stumble your way down the cliff.
He probably trips over my arrow.
Critical failure.
Oh,
Alright.
God.
Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
Yeah, I want to stealth again.
You want to stealth again? Okay. Give me a stealth roll with disadvantage. I think that their passive. You might be their passive perception. Let me just look it up here. Nope, you don't. So that was a failure.
Alright. I'm done.
All right. L2's turn. He's the one that's up face to face with Norster right here. Is
Also has Bane on him.
Yep. First of all, he's going to realize that he's the only one of his comrades that has come down the hill. And so he's going to back off in fear.
Does he not take spike damage?
He does not take spike damage. And Norster, you get an attack of opportunity. So go ahead and roll an attack against him. Oh, unfortunately, that does not hit you. Take a whiff at him, and he realizes you swung at him, and he spins around, and he goes to take a hit at you with his javelin. He doesn't actually throw it. He just, with reach, goes to take a poke at you with his javelin, and rolls a 9. So he's too busy avoiding your hit to do anything particularly helpful. So now it's Aurelia's turn.
Good. I am going to silence that shaman if I can. Or at least I'm going to try.
Okay. I just noticed Norster's full plate and fucking steel.
I was just about to comment about that.
There we go. Concentration up to 10 minutes. For the duration, no sound can be created within or pass through a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within range. Any creature or object entirely inside the sphere is immune to thunder damage, and creatures are deafened while entirely inside of it. Casting a spell that includes a verbal component is impossible there. And what 20-foot area are you casting that on?
The shaman.
Okay. Do you want it centered on the shaman?
Yes.
20-foot radius sphere, so that means we're going to go ahead and go over to draw a shape. We'll change the color to say a nice purple. There we go. So it's going to be about, we're going to go cube-like. It's going to be about something like that. Is silenced. Excellent.
Isn't that only a 10-foot radius?
Oh, actually, I think you're right.
No, radius is from the center outward.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that's only
yeah.
10 feet.
I did
Yeah, that would be.
diameter. You guys are smart.
Jinx has to
Damn
shut up
hacks.
from now on.
Is that? That looks like 20 feet. It's the wrong color, but whatever. So there you go. That box marks off the 20-foot diameter,
Jinx wonders why you can't talk anymore.
right?
Does that give him a stealth
Jinx
bonus?
does not. It should, because they can't hear.
Yeah, maybe. Hearing is only one part of it. Perception is also eyesight. Anything else you would like to do, Aurelia?
No, I think that is quite good enough.
Sounds good. All right, so we're gonna go back to Lizard 1, who sees Jenks down here. He's gonna take a pot shot at him and throw a javelin down.
Oh God.
Ow.
Crit on Jenks.
These lizards are good at crits.
8 plus 2 on Jenks, so 10 damage to Jenks. That crit was actually a bit of a failure in terms of damage. And then Lizardman 6 is also going to take a shot at Jenks.
Well, that's as much as that can roll for damage. It's only 1d6 plus 2. Everyone's perfect damage.
Oh, was it? I thought I
Yeah.
turned green for
Did
that.
they have Bane on them or no?
No.
6 did
1,
not.
2, and 3.
Yep. 1 just took a shot at him though, and
Missed.
missed him. So there's just a javelin sticking out right next to Jenks, who's kind of finding his footing. And so now we're back to Norser. You're up.
Crap. I'm just gonna hold my ground. I mean, these guys need my shield. Wait. Can I try to move past Banduro to about? He was trying to go.
Well, you
To
can't move until you make a strength saving throw.
Okay, let me do that.
DC 13, which you've done. You managed to just hulk out and boosh, break out of the vine. So now you can move freely. It's difficult terrain, so you suck up twice as much movement. And you take, ostensibly you moved twice there, so you're going to take 4d4 damage.
Ow.
Yeah, but I also have my heavy armor, so it's not going to be that much.
Right, it's going to reduce it by 3.
What is the duration of those two spells, the entangle and the spike growth?
10 turns. So you're going to take, wow.
Oh, good lord. What?
Nice
Cheats,
roll.
hacks.
Hacks! So you take 7 damage, Norster.
No, I take 4 damage.
True story. Reduce that by 3. You take 4 damage. The duration is 1 minute. It's the same as your silence. It's 1 minute, or what is effectively 10 rounds, since each round is 6 seconds.
Silence is 10 minutes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I read 1 minute.
100 turns.
100 turns is what silence is. Okay, so Norser, anything else you would like to do?
Let's see here. Crap.
You really only have a bonus action or moves right now?
Yeah, I'm just trying to find out which one is my bonus. That's not concentration based. Nope, I'm done.
Okay, sounds good. And so L3, who's up on this cliff here, who was taking a lot of shots at Norster, and now that he's out of the way, he's going to take a shot at Aurelia.
With a negative 1d4.
True story, Home Slice. Does 19 beat your AC, Aurelia? Yep, 19 it is. I can actually look it up too. Aurelia has an AC of
18.
Alright, so 19 does beat it.
Mhm.
Okay. So, he does 5 piercing damage to Aurelia. Now we're to the shaman, who is going to... Just going to take a quick peek at something here.
Though spells growth and spiky ground, wherever it is, are they concentration based?
No, they just take one action. They're kind of like the silence that Aurelia did.
But yeah, okay.
And so he is going to Thorn Whip at Jenks, who is nearest to him.
Nope.
12 versus your AC does not do anything, so it just kind of... I would say that the whip cracks, but this is within that silence cone. So it doesn't really do anything there. Vlad, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move as far away as possible from everything.
Okay. Just as a suggestion of tactics, maybe behind that giant tree. Because you'd be able to take shots and move out and move back.
I'm gonna move right there.
Sounds good. I don't think anything can see you. Or the things that can see you can't reach you where you are.
And then I'm gonna shoot at number 6.
Okay. 6 is the one that's way over to the left. Are you sure you're not talking about 5?
The one that's
bloodied
bloodied.
one.
Yep, okay. Yep, that's the one I'm talking about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I've got 150 on my bow, so
Yep, so it's about 60 feet. He is covered by 4, though, so you're going to take disadvantage on it. Unless you'd like to take a shot at 4.
how about if I shoot at 1? Oh crap! All right, yeah, I'll shoot at 4 first because I'll be able to make a second attack.
Yep, you could shoot at 1. He doesn't have any kind of cover. Jenks is about 10 feet below him.
Well, I think I've already done more damage to 4, so I'm gonna shoot at 4 first.
Alright, that sounds good. Welcome to the party, XR. Thank you so much for following me.
Die.
Alright, give me that crit damage. 9 plus 8 for 17 on 4, right?
Good lord. He's
Pretty-
dead.
And you just
Dead.
shish kebabbed him, man.
I'm pretty sure you killed him. I lost my my health thing.
I think
There it is.
I did at least 11 to him already, so
Yep.
Yeah, math-wise,
Yeah,
he's
he was
dead.
on the verge of being bloodied. Now he's negative. So he is dead.
and then I get a second attack to take on 6 since they were next to each other,
Mm-hmm.
and that won't be a disadvantage anymore because of the one's dead, right?
Mm-hmm. You are correct. And I don't
Not
believe that
quite.
hits.
What hits one?
Nope, it does not hit.
It whizzes past Jink's head and hits a rock.
Nah, it's about 10 feet above. He has naturally just like over that distance, his natural hide just kind of deflected it because you hit it at a weird angle.
All right, that's the end of my turn.
All right, sounds good. Conovar, what do you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can finish off that bloodied one with my bow.
All right, sounds good. Take a shot at him.
Gee.
You hit him for 10 piercing damage, and I believe that takes him down.
Should be dead. Almost.
6. Oh, just barely
Close.
killed him. It just barely killed him. And so, yeah, he's dead. You loose an arrow and just right between the eyes, thump, and he falls backwards.
Yeah, that'll be my turn for now then.
All right, sounds good. And so now Banduru, you are up.
Okay, so if I do the strength saving roll, that counts as a major action, correct?
Yes, as a normal action. You are
So I
correct.
can get out and then move somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm surprised
Well,
you're all
trade.
still at that point.
Hey, well, I tried once and didn't work out.
Right.
Lucky, lucky dice. Come on, dice.
Lucky, lucky.
Oh, barely.
DC 13 strength save. You can now move. Feel free to move anywhere you'd like.
One.
All right, you're gonna take 2d4.
Okay.
Piercing damage. Also, no, yeah, I missed it. 44. So you take 5 damage, leaving that area.
Yeah, I did 4d4.
Yeah, it is because you moved 2. I was just
And then
going over that in my head. And what would you like to do now, Banduru?
I'm gonna move the rest of my movement down to there.
Sounds good. And that brings us to L5, who is this guy here. And so he's going to, first of all, use up some movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to move here. Actually, no, he's going to move here. Yep. And go ahead and throw a javelin down at Aurelia. He's going to 15 against her AC, which I believe we determined is 18, so that's just going to kind of clang off of her shield and onto the ground next to her. L4 is down, so that brings us to Jenks.
I'm gonna climb up the hill and get behind this guy.
Okay. Do me a favor and roll
Okay.
athletics or acrobatics, your choice. DC 15. 24. All right, you made it up the hill, and you basically move around him deftly. All right, go for it.
I'm gonna stealth if I can.
Okay. You manage to stealth. You like get behind him, and he like looks, and then all of a sudden you're gone.
And now I stab at him.
Sounds good. Don't roll a crit 1 again. All right,
Kill
16
him.
against his AC. Let me see what his AC is. Yep, that hits.
Ooh.
And you do 15 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. He is bloodied. Let's see. There we go. Alrighty. And does that conclude your turn?
Yeah.
Alright, Lizardman 2 is up. He's the guy that's down here. He comes in close for Aurelia and takes a swipe at her with his club.
1d4 -2. So the measure.
Thank you for the follow, Metallicar. Doesn't matter. Wouldn't have busted her AC anyway. So he doesn't. He does not hit her.
It whiffs there.
He takes a swing with the club. Seems a little better with a javelin than he does with a club. I tell you what. All right, and so now we're moving on to Lizard Man. No, we're moving on to Aurelia. Aurelia, you're up. What would you like to do?
Maintain my silence spell. Keep that shaman neutralized.
Gotcha. And is that a concentration spell?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes,
You can maintain a concentration spell.
As long as you don't cast another one. That
As long as you don't
requires
cast another one. And I believe if you take damage, you have to roll a wisdom saving throw to keep it.
I think so.
So you can actually complete another action if you'd like.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to stab at this lizardman by me with my longsword.
Sounds good. Go ahead and take a swipe. Did you take a swipe? There you go. Unfortunately, that does not hit him. You go to take a swipe with your longsword, and he just knocks your sword out of the way with his shield. No problem at all. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
No, and unless you want to count razzing the lizard man.
Stick your tongue at him and right at him.
Big old Bronx cheer.
All right, so distracting fart from Conobar. There you go. So Lizardman 1 is up. He's starting to run low on javelins, but he's still got a couple left, and so he's gonna take a shot at Norster. You can see that in imminent danger, and it doesn't even kind of hit him. There you go. And he's going to understand that his buddies are starting to die, so he's going to retreat this way.
Right towards Jenks. Nice.
Yeah, right? Jenks, by the way, you are stealthed. You didn't mark yourself as that. L6 is dead, so we're going to take him out of the order, and Norster is up.
All right. I am going to... Crap. I'm enjoying Banduro down here.
Alright, sounds good.
Crap, I can't even move myself around. Hold on. There.
Alright, sounds good. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
That is it.
Alright, so L3, and now that you guys are kind of like being able to peek up over the top of the hill here, I'm going to go ahead and reveal the rest of the map over here to you. So you can peek up over the hill. So L3 is going to understand the danger that's coming here, and he's going to throw a javelin at Norster. And that is totally not going to work against his armor, but he's going to retreat this way. 1, 2, 3, 6. Over to there. And that's going to conclude his turn. Now, the shaman is going to... it's going to be his turn. Interestingly, the shaman... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6, okay. He knows that Jenks is there, but he can't...
How he know this?
Oh, hacks!
He knows because Jenks just fucking stabbed him. But he's unsure where he is. And so, Jenks, what did you roll for stealth? It was 18, correct?
20.
20. So what we're going to do is he's going to spin around and use a minor action to search for him.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Dear God.
And he sees him.
Grabs you by the throat.
And immediately casts...
He can't cast.
Oh, I don't
Depends
think
on
his
if it's verbal.
casting is verbal. Let me just double
No
check.
verbal.
He's just gonna finger gesture you. Evil,
Yeah,
rude
right.
things.
Let me take a quick peek in my monster manual. Lizardman
Check mark
Shaman.
next to V confirmed.
Oh, it does have a V next to it. It's verbal. Oh, my dog is super interested in this. She's like, "What's going on? Is there food in this book?"
They can
Probably
jump the chasm.
90% of spells have a verbal component.
Yeah, I think they do too. Here we go. I guess it doesn't list it on his actual thing. It's in the PHP under Entangled. We'll call it verbal. So I won't do that. Instead, he's going to take a Thorn Whip attack against Jenks.
Because that's worked so great in the past.
Well, Jenks
I
has got a
thought
fairly
Thorn
low
Whip
AC.
was a spell.
Thorn Whip is not a spell. It's just his whip.
Made of thorn.
Okay.
Let's see. So we'll pull the shaman here, and we'll go ahead and attack Jenks. 16 versus AC. Does that hit you?
Yeah.
All right.
Jenks is a fear of thorns because of Vlad.
Fortunately, this thing doesn't do very much damage, so it's does 4 piercing damage to you. I can't pull you at all because you're as close as you can be. And he's going to take an attack of opportunity from you and move here. So go ahead and roll an attack against the shaman. Jenks is scared of thorns because of Vlad. You roll an 18, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Just a standard attack. No sneak.
Ooh.
6 damage. So he takes 6 damage from you. Alrighty. I never marked him as bloodied before either. He was bloodied before. And so he's going to come back over around, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's going to come over here and end his turn there. Shaman, Vlad, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna move over a bit.
You should move south to block 3 from running away.
Hey, can you nail 3 from where you're at?
He
Yeah,
probably
that's
could,
true.
yeah. If he moves to the east 1 square, he could totally take out 3. Or take a shot at 3 at least.
He's also got 5 too from where he's at.
Yep, he could hit 5.
I could hit anybody from anywhere.
Boom! That ego.
So who's the most important one to take out right now?
The shaman.
You can't see the shaman though.
He can move.
What if I move?
I don't think
I don't
there's
think you have
anywhere you
enough.
can move to take him.
Oh no.
You've got numerous trees in your way there.
Did he just...
Hello?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yo.
Okay, what if I move right there?
We're here.
Yeah. So you can move there, but you can still only see 2 and 5.
I can't hear you cutting out. What'd you say?
You can only see 2 and 5.
I can't see the shaman and the other guy uphill.
Nope.
Alright, well, fuck that then.
Yeah, you'd have to be like 40 feet to the west to see the shaman.
I'm just gonna stay right where I am and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Sounds good. Heal 4 damage on yourself. Go ahead and give yourself 4 health back. Conovar's up.
Can I see the shaman, or is he too far back? Do you think?
You cannot see him where he is. The only people you can see are 2 and 5.
Okay. It's pointless me trying to break out because I've got my bow, so I'm just gonna keep eyeing them up and laying into them. So yeah, I'm gonna go for what was it, number 5 at the top of the hill there
Sounds good.
with my longbow, and yeah, I'm gonna try and do the trip attack on him again.
Okay. That's second wind.
Sorry, wrong one.
All right,
Oh.
you roll a crit.
Right, okay, let me roll for damage on that.
Ooh.
Nice.
So you do 14 damage to him, and this is on 5, who you guys have not damaged yet.
Yeah, plus 1 more damage with my
So 15 total.
superiority die. Yeah, and he needs to make a strength saving throw, otherwise he's knocked prone.
Gotcha, I can do that. Let's go ahead
DC
and
13.
strength saving throw. Yep, he made it. So he just takes what was that? 15 damage.
Yep.
All right, he takes 15 damage. He's bloodied. we go. Marked him off as bloody for you. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
Yeah, do you know what? I'm gonna use my action surge. I'm gonna finish this guy off if I can.
Okay, number 5.
Yeah, why not? Just turn him into a pincushion.
Sounds good. That hits.
Should be dead.
And he is dead. You took him out. Boom, boom. Just loosed 2 arrows. Foom, foom. 1 into his knee and then 1 into his face.
Nice. That's just how I like it.
Alright,
that'll
anything
conclude
else
my
you'd like to
turn.
do this turn?
Nah, that's all.
Alright, sounds good. It is Bundiru's turn. He just took out the guy that you would have been able to get to.
I guess. Can I tell Norster that since he can run faster, he can try to head off the shaman trying to run away? Since I
I can
can't
only
run that
run as
fast.
fast as you.
I can run slower. I do run 5 feet slower.
So what? You want to go for? You want me to go for the shaman, and you go for?
Because
Reed?
he's the more important one right now. Yeah, the shaman.
Gotcha.
And he's
Will
outside
do.
of the loop, and I'll try to chase 3. So.
Gotcha. Do it.
Do I have? Can I go to the right on that one, or do I have to go down and then over?
Yeah, you still have to go like 10 feet. You have to go like basically around Norster.
Okay. Oh crap.
Yeah,
guess let me do
I
that.
would let you take up an action to roll athletics to climb up.
Norster, toss him.
Toss the dwarf.
I don't
That would
know.
be
dwarf
literally
is
my
pretty
5.
heavy. Pretty heavy.
That's pretty much all I can move. So
You can dash.
Yeah, you can dash. It just means you wouldn't be able to take an attack.
oh
He's not
yeah,
gonna
let
get
me
it
do
anyways.
that also then. Do I have to roll something special for that?
Nope. You
No,
just
just
replace
move.
your standard action with movement.
So just move another 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, then I'm there.
Sounds good. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
Can I yell at number lizard 3 to stop being a little chicken shit and to come out?
Sounds
Cool.
good.
Taunt that bastard.
Feel free to roll intimidation, and we can flavor that.
Oh god, did I close it? Ooh, super intimidated.
So you shout with the like just as deep as a dwarf can go, just a growl. You're like, "Bro, come out and fight, you pussy!" And it just gives him these mental images of how his dad.
Paladins would never use the word pussy.
Yeah, I know.
Vagina.
We probably call him a cunt.
Fucking cunt. And he flashes back to images of his father beating his mother, and then is all of a sudden enraged and wants to kill you.
Lizard man family virus. Family violence.
Yep, pretty much.
Can't even.
You dying over there? Jenks, you're up.
Even my dogs are laughing.
All right, I'm gonna stealth.
Sounds good. And it did not work even a little bit.
God, somebody shake Jenks back into stealth mode.
Yeah, right?
Turn him off and turn him back on again.
All right, I'm gonna move here and then stab the shaman.
It sounds good. Give him a stabby stab. Totally
Ooh.
worked.
My god, I
You
keep
rolled-
clicking out.
You rolled 2 1s earlier as well, didn't you?
Yeah, this is just karma coming back for it. You definitely killed him. So you just take your rapier, and as he's trying to scramble away behind his buddy here, he It just takes you take your rapier and you run it right through his back, as any good rogue would do, knife in the back. Except for this time it was a sword, and it went right through his heart.
All right, I'm done.
He is dead. So L2, who is down here with Aurelia, moves left and takes a swipe at Conovar with his club.
Oh, Jesus.
Crit! Wow! Boom! Does 7 damage to you. Luckily, they don't do a ton of damage with their clubs. So Conovar takes 7 damage, and he's going to take that time to move left just a little bit more. And that's the end of his turn. Aurelia, you are up.
Didn't he move out of Aurelia's?
Nope.
Oh, he did.
He did not.
With the shaman dead, there's no point in maintaining the silence, so I'll let that drop. And I'm still going to use my longsword to take a swipe at that lizard man more or less in front of me.
Sounds good.
Yeah, you
Sounds
get him.
good.
He gave me a boo-boo.
Nice.
All right, you take a hit at him and go ahead and roll damage. You definitely hit him. This is number 2, who has not actually taken any damage yet. I'm surprised by that. All right, and he is not bloodied. All right, anything else you would like to do with your turn?
No, I'm satisfied with that result.
All right, sounds good. So now we've got L1, who is alive, and he takes a swipe at the only thing near him. Actually, just trash can to L1. We'll pretend like he's L3. So he's going to take it the only thing that he could see that just killed his shaman. He's going to grab that club from his side and take a swipe at Jenks. Rolling a 7 against Jenks. There you go. So Jenks managed to kind of deftly dodge that. And that is that. Oh, I can't use 3 there. Damn it. I have to put 1 back. L1. I don't remember what his AC was, but he was right after Jenks. Or right after Aurelia, I mean. Because 3 is still alive. So we'll call it 14. And so L3 is just going to run right at Banduru with all of the rage of his mother being beaten. And
Come on,
just,
little lizard man.
and just take a biting attack against him. Tries to bite him. And rolls a critical failure.
I want to smash his face into the closest object I can.
He
He's been on the skoomer.
he just stumbled off the cliff there, and takes 1d4 falling damage. Takes 3 falling damage. All right, so there you go. I believe Norster's up.
Whoops, wrong one.
Wrong button. Here, let me delete that for you.
What did JT say about graffiti, mate? Come on.
No, I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so I can get there within 20 feet and still hit him.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm gonna move there and just swing.
Take a whale at him.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Nope.
And unfortunately, he wasn't quite done falling when you took a swipe at him. And so he was still kind of sliding on his stomach, and you go to smash him with your mace, but he's not quite where you thought he'd be. 'Tis unfortunate. Shaman is trash canned. Vlad, you're up.
All right, I want to shoot the one that he just tried to hit.
All right, sounds good. He is prone, so you'll take disadvantage. Doesn't matter. You wouldn't have hit him anyway. So your arrow just kind of clangs just short of him. Conovar, you're up.
Yeah, I'm gonna wail on number 2.
All right,
He's
sounds
within
good.
my reach.
Give him a wacky whack. Unfortunately, you take a swipe at him and it doesn't quite hit.
Okay, I'm gonna use my bonus to go at him with my offhand longsword as well. Then.
All right. That does hit. Did you take the dual wielding perk? You did not, correct?
I did, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, he did.
Go ahead and take a whale at him. Does 11 slashing damage. This is number 2, correct? He is bloodied. So you go and you take a swipe, whiff, and then you go and take another swipe, and it just catches his shoulder and his neck, and you almost have a little bit of trouble getting at your blade out of his collarbone, but you were able to pull back. There you go. Anything else you would like to do?
No, that's all.
All right, Bunduru, you're up. What would you like to do?
Okay, so after seeing 3 just critically fail and fall off the cliff, can I jump after him and just try to like literally just land on him with all the weight of my armor and dwarf little body, just to kind of squish the living hell out of him? Maybe have my sword out, just trying to fall and stab on top of him.
Absolutely, you can. Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
I guess I'll use longsword for this. Gives me a better chance of hitting.
Sounds good. So you take a swipe at him. You jump off the cliff. Do me a favor and roll 1d4. And then also roll for damage.
Oh shit.
It's fine, it's fine. So he takes 9 slashing damage plus 1 extra damage. And you also take that 1 extra damage.
Okay.
And this is number 3, correct? So he's taken
Yes.
10 points of damage.
I'm like sitting on top of him right now also.
We'll go ahead and say that you kind of deftly roll to the... or I tell you what, give me an acrobatics
That one?
roll.
You just like swan dived him.
Actually, yeah, I guess this works.
Shit.
You rolled into the spike pit there and take 2d4 damage.
Okay. Ow.
So you take 6 damage. There you go. All right, Jenks, you're up.
Which way is this little guy facing?
He's facing you. I didn't actually change him. He took a swipe at you last turn.
All
There
right.
you go.
I'm gonna move around behind him and try to stealth.
I'm going to give you disadvantage on that because you just moved into a bush. That's not particularly great terrain.
What about here?
You could do that. You're gonna be going against his perception.
All right, I'll do that.
And unfortunately, you're unable to stealth.
All right, well, I'll stab him.
All right, sounds good. All right, you hit him. Go ahead and give me damage. 5 piercing damage against 1. Okay. Anything else you would like to do?
Nope.
All right, L2 is up, and he very much understands the grave danger that he's in. He's going to start to run this way. Aurelia and Conovar, give me attacks of opportunity against him. And as he turns to run, Aurelia takes a swipe at him and misses. And Conovar kind of puts his hand on her blade and winks at her, and then just takes his head right off as he's running away.
Yeah, he does.
Boom, he's dead. Okay, so L2 is out. Aurelia, you are up.
Okay, let me suss out this situation. What have we got? Who's still alive?
It's basically just 3, I think. Oh, 1 is alive
and
up
1.
near Jenks, too.
Yeah, 1 and 3 are still under Bane.
Okay.
Is number 3 bloodied?
I don't think he is.
Okay, the
Oh,
one
he
that's
is. Yeah,
by
you're right, he is.
Goro, I am going to try and Sacred Flame.
Sounds good. Who are you going to Sacred Flame?
The one that's the lizard man that's over by Bundoro. Yes.
Gotcha. I'm going to give you disadvantage on that because you're going to be shooting right between Bunduru and Northster.
That spell, for all intents and purposes, ignores
Oh,
cover.
that's right. So
It's a straight saving throw.
strength saving throw.
No, it's a straight saving throw.
Right. What's the saving throw though?
Give me a moment and I will double check that. I think it's Dex.
Okay. I can roll Dex.
Yes, it is Dex.
Gotcha. I'm gonna give him advantage on his saving throw because he's got 2 people to cover him. Let's see, Lizard Man. Dex. Boop boop. He rolled. He didn't even need. Oh, apparently it already does the advantage. So 18. He saves, so it does no damage. Correct?
Correct.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I
So
think so.
L1 is up. He's sparring with Jenks up here, and he is going to go ahead and take a swipe at Jenks. Nope, that's the shaman, who is very dead. With that club that he's been meaning to beat at him
Nice
with.
hit.
16 versus AC does 7 bludgeoning damage
Wait,
to
whoa,
Jenks.
no, wait, no. His attack is a negative 1d4.
Right.
He's
Is your
under
AC even 16, Jenks?
It's 14.
Gotcha. So still hits.
Oh, God. I tried.
Tried. So you take 7 bludgeoning damage. And that's all L1 can do. L3, super scared and super pissed off at Bunduru still, is going to take a biting attack at Bunduru. And roll a
Bad,
7.
horrible.
Didn't even
bite.
kind of work. You guys have him so cornered so hard. Norster, you're up.
Let's just finish him off.
Unfortunately,
Ooh.
that does not hit. Oh, wait, you have advantage. So that does hit, and I do believe that kills him. Let me double check. That does not kill him. So there you go. Anything else you would like to do with your turn?
I'm done.
All right, Vlad, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna move. I don't think I have a clear shot at him, do I?
You could have a clear shot. Like, if you moved like 20 feet to the south, you would... no, you don't really have a clear shot at him. I lied. Between the
All right,
cliff
I'm
and
gonna
Bunduru
move.
and Norster,
I'm gonna move this way.
you could Hail of Thorns him. You could Hail of
No.
Thorns Bunduru.
I will throw my great sword like an axe and just whoosh.
Well, that's okay because my shield is going to protect you. It's going to be disadvantage.
Right.
So the
I'm
Hell of
just
Thorns
gonna
might
move
not.
right there, and then I'll just end my turn.
All right. I mean, you can take a shot with disadvantage. A shot with disadvantage and missing is better than a.
Not taking a shot.
I don't. Last time I did that, somebody died almost.
Yeah, that
I
was
think
me.
it's because you rolled a critical one. I'm just saying the
All
chances
right,
are
all right,
very
let's
low.
do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
We're
You
gonna
can
hit
blame
for
me.
3.
I look over and see that he's notching an arrow, and I just dive to the ground.
Fuck!
There you go.
Oh my God!
What is wrong with you?
Shot him in the
Seven piercing damage to Bunduru's ass.
Oh my god.
Gave him a second asshole.
Blame JT. It's not my
Yeah,
fault.
you can blame me. I peer pressured him into that. Holy shit! How did that happen? How did that happen? Okay.
Oh God!
Anything else you'd like to do, Vlad?
I think it would be best if I ended my turn.
Sounds good. Oh my gosh. Conovar, you're up.
Give me a minute.
Give me a minute.
Somebody better just pause their turn for a second, because I need to kill the shit out of this stupid lizard man before I go ape shit.
An
Can
arrow
I
in
take
your
my
butthole.
longbow and try and shoot the lizard man next to Bundu?
Sounds
need
good.
this kill.
Critical
I need
hit.
this
There
kill.
you go. I don't think you need
Damn
to
it.
roll damage. You don't even need to roll damage. He is dead.
Hang on. I'm aiming up under his ass.
I will
Critted
throw the
under
great
his ass.
sword.
Split Vlad's arrow right down the middle. Now he's got 3 assholes.
Ooh,
Yeah.
strict.
I'm gonna roll damage just to see how much it did. Nice. Yeah, that was at the lizard.
Yeah, you.
I would
you
still
probably
be
did
alive
negative
even if I did
14
take
health. He is dead as fuck. All right, Bunduru, what would you like to do now that you have an arrow in your butt?
I would like to rip the arrow out.
All right,
What
minor
would I
action
roll
for that, or
that?
bonus action for that.
Well, I just like a minor action, just rip it out and be furiously angry.
Throw it at Vlad.
And then I'm going to. I don't think I couldn't make it to 1 if I wanted to.
Maybe if
I'll
somebody
just-
threw you.
Who wants to throw me?
I'll
Yeah,
toss
I'll
it
throw
for
you.
you.
Can I have 2 people throw me for extra distance?
Yeah, but they'd have to do it on their turns.
Damn. Well, first I'm gonna get out of this stupid area of thorns or of spikes.
So take 2d4 damage.
Okay.
On a strength save first.
No,
Well, it's not-
the grapple
Oh.
isn't there. That went down when the shaman went down.
Okay.
So you take 4 points of damage.
And then I'm going to use, I guess, just cure or I'll use lay on hands to get a little bit of help. Well, should I waste a spell right now? I'll just use a spell. Yeah, I'll use cure wounds.
Sounds good. All right, and give yourself 5 hit points back. Anything else you'd like to do?
And I don't know that one's up there, do I?
You do. You saw him scurry off at least at one point.
I'm gonna
You
yell at that one too, because I'm so good at yelling at lizard men.
you already used your bonus action to pull that arrow out of your
Damn.
ass.
Well, I guess I'll just stand here being pissed off.
Sounds good.
At Vlad.
You just stomp your foot in anger. I'm an angry dwarf. All right, Jenks, what would you like to do?
Jenks is going to mutter, "Wish we had a healer," and then stab number 1.
Sounds good. Take a swipe at him. And unfortunately, that does not hit him. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
No.
All right, Aurelia, you're up.
Okay, I am going to try and move and see if I can get closer to Jenks since my silent spell should have been long gone. It should not be an issue.
Sounds fine.
So I'm going to try and move about 20 feet. See if I can get within range of my spell.
Sounds good. When you move, you're going to take 4d4 piercing damage.
Yes, I'm well aware of that.
Okay.
Okay, and I need to make. Do I still need to make a strength?
You do not. That died with the shaman.
Oh,
The
good.
vines kind of wilted away.
I'm surprised I would still be taking spike damage, but okay.
This is an actual physical trip.
Oh, okay.
I'll go ahead and get rid of that sphere of silence as well. So that's a sheer cliff there. Not sheer, but it's like 10 or 15 feet high. So you wouldn't be able to move up that.
Does that put me within 30 feet of
It does, although you don't know the exact position, nor can you see him. And I'm going to roll the 44. You took 7 piercing damage.
Okay, thank you. Well, since I can't see him, let's see who all is injured that's within 30 feet of me.
Conovar is I
can-
mean,
You can
just-
hold your action, and then I can try and hoist you up a bit so you can peer over the edge.
Could do that. You could throw her.
Actually, you probably could. I think she's not that heavy.
Yeah, I'll hoist you up.
If you want to hold your action till Conovar's turn, I can have on his turn. He can take a shot at kind of hoisting you up, throwing you up the hill. You could also use your primary action to roll athletics to try to scramble up there.
Well, that would kind of defeat the purpose of what I'm trying to do. Let's see. What have we got? We've got one live lizard man about to take out our last, the only person up against him. We got Banduro still injured?
He's a fair bit injured, yes.
What about Nordster?
Norster's reasonably injured, not bloodied or anything. Neither of them are bloodied. Maybe Bundiru is,
Yeah, I'm right under half health.
so he's bloodied.
Okay, so I've got 4 people I can cast healing on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I am going to use Prayer of Healing.
Sounds good. Give us a roll on that. Or do you even have to roll for that? Is that just... Yeah, so you heal 10 points across to all of them, right?
Each and every one within 30 feet,
Sounds good.
including myself.
Sounds good. So everybody within 30 feet, go ahead and give
Except
your...
Banduro.
Yeah, so
Banduro's
Bundiru
35.
is not close enough. Conovar, Norster, and does that spell require sight?
And Jinx. So Jinx, Conovar, and myself.
Yep, so I asked about Jenks because I was unsure if that spell included... if it required sight, because if it requires sight, then it wouldn't include Jinx.
That's a good question. I'm not sure.
Bubble spell.
Let me take a look. Prayer of Healing. Prayer of Healing. Up to 6 creatures of your choice that you can see within range, so you can't do Jinx.
Yeah, I can't do Jinx, but I can do the rest of us that are,
Yep.
except for Vlad. Vlad and Jinx are the only ones.
Bundiru's out of range as well, so Conovar and Norster and yourself can each add 10 to their health.
Okay.
So, is that it for your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Lizardman 1, reducing to his baser instincts, is sparring with Jenks, and they're kind of tussling back and forth. And he goes ahead and tries to fight a little dirty, throws his club at him, and then lunges at him to take a bite, but then just kind of rolls over against him and then knocks himself prone against the tree behind him.
Do I get attack of opportunity for him going prone?
Nope, you don't.
I think I do. Look it up.
He gets disadvantage. Do you get? Are you sure you don't get advantage? Is that a feat that you've got for him going prone?
No.
I'm not sure I believe you. Unless it's a feat that you've got. Regardless, though.
Carry on.
Regardless, Norster, you're up. He's prone behind Jenks. He will take disadvantage on melee attacks against Jenks, and Jenks gets advantage when attacking him, or anybody does when attacking him with melee. Norster, you're up.
All right. I am going to finish the job that Aurelia was trying to do on Banduro.
All right, sounds good.
Lay on hands for 20.
All right, sounds good. So Banduro gets 20 hit points back, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, sounds good. Anything else you'd like to do?
I'm done.
All right, Vlad, you're up.
Okay, I want to kill that last lizard.
Sounds good. You probably ought to move in closer so you can see him. Do remember that if you take a ranged attack against him, it's disadvantage.
Oh dear God! Just do not miss.
Well, I don't have any
I mean,
chance.
Jenks
Or
is nearly dead.
all I can do is just take a ranged attack. So
Shoot him in the ass.
With the angles here, even if he got a critical failure, it probably wouldn't hit Jenks.
Use a boomerang arrow.
There you go. That hits, and I think. Let me just double check here. Number 1. Oh, he's still alive, and he's bloodied though. There you go. Oh, I just calculated that like it was advantage, not disadvantage. I'm sorry. Undo. I'm sorry to get your hopes up there. That didn't hit him.
the bane on him doesn't help at all.
I suppose if you got a 4, does Bane affect? It only affects attack rolls, or does it?
I don't think Bane would reduce his AC.
Yeah, it wouldn't reduce his AC. It only affects D20 rolls.
That's fair enough.
So you missed him, but NBD, you didn't hit Jenks, which is good. And there are another 4 of you before he goes. So Conovar, you're up, and we are pushing Aurelia's turn back, right? So you could throw her.
Well, no, she
No, I
she used her
used
action,
my.
didn't she?
Oh yeah,
I
that's
used
right.
My action.
So Conovar,
Good
you're up.
people.
Well, what was that? 5, 10. I would like to try and sort of scramble up this side.
Okay. Can you roll athletics or acrobatics for me? Your choice. And this will be your primary action. It worked, so you managed to scramble up the hill, and you're now up on the top of the cliff.
Okay, I'm gonna yell out to Jenks and throw him a healing potion.
All right, you can use a minor action to throw him a heal potion. Do me a favor and roll just a D20 plus Dex attack roll with
Don't drop it.
disadvantage. So you throw a potion, but it lands right about here. There you go. So there's a healing potion now laying on the ground right there.
Is it near him? Yeah, well, that's all I can do then.
It's kind of near him. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
No, that's all I can do for the moment.
All
I'm
right,
not gonna shoot in case I hit Jenks.
sounds good. Banduru, you're up.
Hey, Bunduru's mad, so he's gonna use dash and run 10 squares.
And apparently get abducted by aliens in the process.
Wizard people are out there.
They are. Magic's not real. Ask Vlad. Or, ask Jinx.
Right. All right. Does that conclude your turn?
Yeah, because I use dash. Can't
Alright.
yell at him.
Jenks, you're up, and you get advantage because he's prone.
Can I stealth?
You could. I'm not sure you'd need it.
Just kick him in the
Yeah,
face.
well, I will take every advantage I can get.
Yeah, actually, you might need it. Go ahead and stealth. Did not work. We'll say that you're too injured to not make noise. So you go ahead and roll a 17 against him. Give me damage. And
7.
do 7 damage to him. He is bloodied. Oh, I'm still on draw.
Alright, I'm done.
All right. Aurelia, you are up. Aurelia?
Oh, sorry. Wrong button. I'm going to try and scramble up that hillside.
All right, give me acrobatics or athletics, your choice.
Neither one of which I'm particularly good at, but let's see. What have we got? Athletics, acrobatics. Athletics I actually have a better shot at.
All right. And so you try clambering up the hill, but unfortunately, as you are climbing up, the weight of your armor and such, one of the rocks you grab as you're trying to go up snaps free and falls, and you kind of fall down. You fall prone on the ground. Anything else you would like to do this turn?
Stand back up.
All right, that takes half your movement. Anything else you would like to do?
How come she's X'd out?
She did.
I didn't do
No.
that. One of you
Yeah.
guys did.
That was me by accident.
Dust yourself off.
I think I'm going to leave it at that.
Sounds good. So Lizardman 1 uses half his movement to stand back up. So he is no longer prone. Kind of takes a little bit of time to dust himself off. And then he goes to take a whack at Jenks.
Remember, 1d4 negative, just in
Mhm.
case.
Let's see. Lizardmen, go ahead and take a biting attack at Jenks for as little as 18 AC.
He hits.
All right. He does 5 piercing damage to you.
All right, I'm down.
All right, you're down. You're knocked out. He's going to use his movement to attempt to flee. Unfortunately, he's like 15 feet beyond that. So that brings us to Norster's turn.
Dear God.
He's moved up, and here let's show the party peeps on the stream what direction he went.
All right. What's my maximum dash limit?
What's your total movement speed? It's twice your movement
It will
speed.
be 60.
How'd that lizard move so far?
He moves 40 feet.
But he used 20 to stand up.
Oh, you are correct. So 1, 2, 3.
Cheating DM.
Cheating DM. He would be able to move. What would he be able to move? He would be able to move
4 squares from in front of me.
80, 40,
Yeah.
8 squares, right? No.
4.
Yeah, you're right. 20. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
20
so
would
he's
be
up that way.
4.
So my arrow still stands. He's not quite that far. I was off by 20 feet. So Norster, what is it you were doing?
I just moved where I moved. I dashed.
Okay,
Alright.
sounds good.
So 60 feet.
Vlad, you're up. And I think you have a clean shot at him.
Cook this fool.
That looks pretty clean to me.
All right, I'll shoot him then.
So you're tracking him, you knock an arrow, you let it loose, and
And it hits Bundaroo.
Shoot Jenks in the ass.
right into the oak tree right in front of Jenks. Missed him. Anything else you'd like to do?
You should
Yeah,
chase after
I'm
him.
gonna move closer to Jinx and give him a hug.
Sounds good. Give him a hug. Give him the HPs. Are you going to actually
That's
use Cure Wounds on him?
Oh, that's a full turn,
Oh.
I think.
That's unfortunate. So, Conovar, you are up.
Right, is there any way...
Let's go ahead and move this
If I
map.
was to go here, could I get a shot on him?
Not there. Also, ostensibly, you moved through a bush there, which is difficult terrain.
Or is it here? So,
I would have moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would have moved, like, right here.
okay, and I've got a shot on him there, have I? Would it be at disadvantage, do you think?
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Okay, just for the record, as I moved past, I picked up my potion.
All right, sounds good.
That was on the floor.
Minor action to pick up that potion. All right, you take a shot at him. You do damage. Roll for damage. And right into his spine.
Backside.
Right into his spine, lower spine. His legs just collapse underneath him, and he kind of skids along the ground a little bit. He is dead. All right, you guys have completed this encounter.
I want to loot the shaman right away.
All right. Do me a
Okay.
favor and roll an investigation check.
Everyone?
Anybody that would like to loot anything.
18.
Can someone heal Jenks?
No.
Yeah,
you're
I
dead.
'Cause he's
will as
unconscious?
soon as I get there.
No,
No,
leave him till we
not
loot
yet.
first, because he always steals loot.
You don't know that though. Nobody has ever caught me stealing loot.
Secrets, we all know. We're just not feeding your habit anymore.
Sounds good. So
Right, I would like to loot the corpses of like the lizard men. I'll leave the shaman to others.
gotcha. So as you're looting these folks, you find a number of gold pieces equal to your investigation check. Except for Jenks, because he's passed out.
All right, I want to get Jinx back up.
Sounds good. You guys are
Okay.
basically in non-combat here, so you can just use anything you'd like to heal people up or healing
Wait.
surges and all that kind of stuff.
Which side counts as our roll?
The left side.
Damn.
I'm gonna loot these two guys down here.
Sounds good. Did you roll investigation earlier?
I did earlier up top.
Oh yeah, so I just meant that for like looting the
Okay.
looting the entire battlefield. And
Jinx, you have 11 more health.
Kanavar and Banduru both go to loot the shaman at the same time, and they both grasp onto an amulet at the same time. What do you do?
Well, no, I said I'd leave the shaman alone, so I'm doing
Well, shit.
I'll fight for it.
So one of the lizard men have an amulet on them. Because you guys rolled the
Okay.
highest investigation checks. That's why I'm
Well,
doing that.
That's mine.
Okay, so me and Conavar discussed, do we want to perhaps get this looked out at by somebody?
Well, you're supposed
Yeah.
still holding on to it. Are you
Yeah,
talking?
that's what we're
later?
discussing as we're talking.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
We'll get it looked at, and you know, if it's magical or something, we'll give it to the party member it's most appropriate to.
All right, sounds good.
Okay.
Who's gonna get it?
I'll leave it with Bundur. He's a paladin. He's going to be trustworthy.
Sounds good.
I'll
So
hold
you
it.
have an unidentified amulet in your inventory, Bundur. Does anybody else like to do anything else? I think that Jenks is up and moving around. here.
Yeah, I'll move over and heal up Jenks and Banduro.
Sounds good.
Banduro's good.
Really, yeah, I'm good. I got
I mean,
41
not
health.
Banduro, Vlad.
Gotcha.
Vlad, like he was injured.
Are you? I presume you're like laying both your hands on him and sort of pushing in your healing waves into his body. Yeah.
She just has a spell.
Anyways,
Awkward.
Has anybody looked at Lizard Man 5?
Yes, everybody has
over
looked at everybody.
Okay.
That was those investigation checks were for
can
the
I
entire
search
party.
the trees for anything?
You can. You wouldn't find anything particularly of any use.
How do you know? I haven't looked yet.
All right, go for it.
You find a leaf.
You find leaves to sniff.
Yeah, you guys all find Vlad rather awkwardly sitting in a corner sniffing leaves.
All right, sounds good to me.
All right, are you guys all set with the battlefield?
Yeah. Should we take a short rest while we're here?
Yeah, I think that's good.
Seems like a
Yeah,
reasonably
that
good
sounds
idea.
like a good idea.
All right, so you guys take a short rest. You can use up any hit dice to regain health or any of those fun types of things.
Where's the hit die button?
Where it says hit dice, like right in the middle of the page.
Yeah, looks like you
Cheers.
found it. All right, and you can use as many of those as you need up to your hit dice limit to heal up. All right, anything else you folks would like to do during the short rest, or would you like to continue along the road south?
Continue.
Let's go.
Yeah, after we rest up, let's continue.
All right, so we're going to take
That cave.
a little rest there, and I'm going to drop everybody on the map. Dun, 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 dun.
What happened?
I just changed the map for you.
Oh, okay.
So there you go. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in for our viewers and show them. So as you guys continue south, you come to a fork in the path. You can go left back towards the woods, towards a hilly, mountainous part of the woods, or you can head south to the village.
Go back whence I came.
Or you can go back from whence you came. And I think that this is probably a really great spot to end the episode. So we'll continue next week. Our group will have had a full week to discuss which direction they're going to go, either south towards the Lizardman village or to the east towards the caves, which might have any number of different things in them. So you'll get to see that decision next time on Dragon Ball Z. I mean, on Dungeons and Dragons. Talk to you guys later. Thank you very much.
Can't use that joke twice.
I know. I use that joke every time. Every time. And I seem to have deleted my thank you screen, so
It almost gets funny.
it almost gets funny. Thank you very much. If you like what you saw, like, follow, subscribe, all that jazz.
Good night.
And special thanks to Lady Adarissa for the host tonight and for making a special guest appearance in our show. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.